On the topic of relationships a lot lately. Well, when are we ever not? Honestly, it's something that I feel like is just always on our minds, always a hotly debated topic, always just causing us some mental conundrums or whatever. So, why not just really lean into it and talk about it more and debate some red flags? Now, I did not make these tier lists, I found them like just on the internet, which I feel like just makes it even better. Maybe that's me being lazy, but in my opinion, that's better than me coming up with red flags, because then it's like almost like reacting to what other people think are red flags, which some of them I've seen, I'm like, that's pretty interesting. I would never have thought that that was a red flag. So I'm curious to see what you guys think about that. So speaking of you guys, let me send out my Discord notification to get everybody on in here. There we go. Send that out. And let me just get my chats open up. And Nat, hello. First one to say something in chat, but then we got Ironic claiming the first reading. Hello, guys. Nice to see you guys. Hope you guys are doing well. Joey as well. Hello. Ni hao, hello in Chinese. Yes, ni hao is indeed hello in Chinese, Joey. Are you learning Chinese? Yesterday you were telling me about 朋友. And oh my gosh, Howstone, within the first minute, with oh my gosh, a gifted to Ravitude as well. I don't know if he did that on purpose, Howstone, but oh my gosh, Ravitude has been just so kind and just popping into chat a lot. So Howstone, oh my gosh, that means a lot to me. Oh my goodness, Howstone, thank you. And I hope you had fun on, were you on Arc Raiders today? I feel like I saw you on stream for quite a while, and I'm pretty sure I saw you on Arc Raiders. I could be wrong though. So many people are streaming Arc Raiders nowadays. But oh my gosh, Howstone, thank you so much. Oh my gosh, really? And bedging, but dropping some love. Oh, have a good night, Howstone. Oh my gosh, you just reminded me of the word bedge. It's been so long since I've said that word. I love that word. Need to get my peepo vocabulary back in. Is that a red flag? Using peepo vocabulary. That might be a red flag. It's a red flag I will own. Saying, what is the peepo stuff? It'd be like bedge, madge, sag, all that. The Twitch vocab, right? That might be a red flag to some, but in this chat, that's not a red flag, okay? In this chat, it's not. And Godspeed, hello Godspeed, nice to see you. Hope you had a good gaming session last night. But yeah, thank you again, Houseman. Oh my goodness, so kind of you, truly. Thank you. And base real ones. Yes, Club Erdtree will always be the base real ones. Oh my gosh, Club Erdtree. I haven't heard that in a while. I want to get back on Elden Ring sometime soon. Is that a red flag? Anything could be a red flag. And Psychobones, hello Psychobones. How are you? What are you up to nowadays? Hello. And Orenvale, hello, it's going really well. How are you? Thank you for asking. Today just spent the day, I got up at like 1 p.m. because I slept at like 5 a.m. because, yeah, I was actually listening to my boyfriend's stream. He started streaming, and he's not letting me see his stream until I guess he wants to get, I don't know until when, but he's not letting me see it. But then I was on the phone with him while he was streaming, so I got to overhear him streaming, but couldn't actually watch it. So yeah, I stayed up till 5 a.m. ish. Then I woke up at 1 p.m. Then I just did a lot of laundry and cleaning today and worked on my essay a bit, not nearly as much as I wanted to, but now we're here and I'm happy to be here. And Orenvale doing pretty alright. I'm glad. And does he stream too? He does now, but he hasn't told me what his account is, and I wanna respect that. Like, I kind of get that. Like, I'm somebody where also, like, when I first make content, I don't want to show anybody in my life. I'm like, I want to wait till it's good, so I respect that. But hopefully soon we can see what his account is. And it just now says that's a green flag. I don't even know what you're talking about, but I agree. That's a green flag. And Joey, you watch Chinese streamers on TikTok. Oh, really? That's so cool. Has it helped you, like, learn some Chinese then? I wonder if that's a good strategy, watching. I guess, yeah, for a while I was watching French streamers to kind of help me with French. And Godspeed, it was fine, but my NG+++ got tough around Mountaintop of the Giants. NG+++. Gosh, Mountaintop of the Giants. That area is an area I did not clear out much in even in, like, not even NG+, just first playthrough. It is a tough area. And so much open space as well, confusing. The mobs are tough. I remember dying a lot. So yeah, my goodness. Are you, like, fighting the fire giant right now? Or is it, like, just, like, the area around? Because that area is tough. That snowy area. completely forgot about it for a while, actually. Wow. Elden Ring's big. And Psycho Bones, I got Final Fantasy 16 finished, including the 2 DLC for it. That's so awesome. Wow. Final Fantasy 16, including the 2 DLC. What is next then? Or what else are you playing? Castle Soul is really tough. Right, Castle Soul. Is that where Commander O'Neill is? Am I wrong about that? But Castle Soul. That sounds so familiar. I feel like that's, or Commander O'Neill, no, Commander Nile? I always get them mixed up as well. Is that where they are? And Hearthstone, yes, was Arc Raiders today. Sorry, I refreshed the browser by accident before. I had to scroll back to listen to what was said. Oh my gosh! Wait, first of all, that's right. There's a new update where you can scroll back now. I forgot about that. And also Arc Raiders. Nice. I hope you enjoyed. Hope you're enjoying that game. Seems like people are loving it. And it's low-key making me kind of, feel that FOMO a little bit. And Momo, hello Momo, with the 3 stream streak. Thank you, Momo. I appreciate you being here so much. My gosh. Yes, I'm getting more consistent with streaming and actually seeing you guys more often now. I'm happy about it. And Momo, thank you for showing up. I appreciate it. I hope you're doing well. And Max Skinny, hello Max Skinny. How are you? Nice to see you again. Hello. Always with the great emotes. And also reaching a 3 stream streak. Thank you so much for being here, Max Skinny. Truly, your presence always just brings me so much joy. I hope all is well. And Cappy, hello Cappy. My top flag is someone who laughs during critical game cutscenes. Oh my gosh. Oh, your top red flag is somebody who is psychopathic and lacks empathy. Oh dear. Oh my goodness. And I'm correct about the Castle Soul. I'm glad. My Elden Ring knowledge is still somewhat here. Now that's a green flag. And Artsy, oh my gosh, hello Artsy, and thank you so much. My goodness, Artsy, nice to see you. And yes, we are getting back on it. I'm feeling a lot more like motivated to just like lock in more in life right now. Like I'm definitely there where I'm like, okay, back on my routines, locking in, making shit happen. Artsy, hope you are doing well. Happy weekend. And we have Red Sweet Rum on a 7 stream streak. Red Sweet Rum, nice to see you first of all, and thank you for 7 stream streak. My goodness, thank you. I really appreciate that. Appreciate you being here so much, Red Sweet Rum. Really, my goodness, 7 stream streak. And Cappy, don't worry, there aren't any such people who lack empathy here. Okay, I'm glad nobody in chat, streamer included, lacks empathy. I'm glad. And Max Skinny, my red flag is hairy armpits. Interesting. Like, you mean like, wait, also I should clarify, when we are saying my red flag, do we mean like towards other people or towards yourself? I feel like I should have like clarified that first. But either way, noted. And Cappy, I'm in bed being cozy. It's a chilly day. If I stop responding, I fell asleep. Oh my gosh, I love that. Just being your nap buddy. But noted. And oh my gosh, just cuddling in bed sounds very good. It is feeling more and more like, I don't know, I'm getting more and more the cozy mood nowadays. Though for some reason, I'm not feeling very like Christmassy just yet. Even though London is like so Christmassy. Still not like in the mood to listen to Christmas music just yet. And Hearthstone, I'm always FOMOing. Don't let it get to you as well. Focus on what's important to you. Makes you happy, better in life. Very true, Hearthstone. Yes, thank you for putting that back into perspective. Yeah, there's always more to do in life. Always something you're missing out on. You just got to choose what's important to you. That is very, very true. And Cappy, I figured it was towards other people. Okay, noted. So when we say my red flag, we mean like towards other people. Okay. Good to know. And Psycho Bones still playing Outlast Trials and Where Winds Meet. I might start Tomb Raider Anniversary. Oh, cool. New season of Fortnite. And you'll be playing that with your brother? That's so cool. Fortnite. New season of Fortnite. Maybe one day we'll do a Fortnite stream. That sounds fun. I feel like I want to try Fortnite again. I would be so bad at it. And Matt Winnick. Hello, Matt Winnick. How are you? Hello. Nice to see you as always. Hello. And Godspeed, I'm gonna leave Elden Ring alone for a bit and get on Where Winds Meet, but next time I play, I'll do a Ghost Flame build. That sounds cool. So far, the Black Flame build with God Slaying weapons and Black Flame incantations is my favorite. Really? That's your favorite? That's so cool. Good to know. Yeah, I feel like just trying new things, we always find like unexpected things that end up being our favorites. That's very cool. But have fun on Where Winds Meet. My goodness, that game looks nice. It looks nice. Something I would want to lock in on. I'm low-key considering like pulling out Lies of P or something soon. And Lol Sauce McGee, it has been a while, and thank you so much. Very kind, as always, Lol Sauce McGee. Thank you, thank you. Hope you're doing well. And is that Mason I see in the chat? Hello, my dear mod Mason. How are you? How are you? Hope all is well, Mason. Hello, hello. And hope your paper is going well. Both of us are locked in on school right now. And Cappy, fellow Where Winds Meet friend. Ooh, have you been playing a lot, Cappy? Have you been playing a lot? And Psycho Bones, free weekend for Path of Exile 2 will be December 12th to 15th. Wait, free weekend? What does that mean? Is a game free or something? And Cappy, it's the cooler Leisha. And Where Winds Meet is fun. Also, I'm sleepy. It's cold. Yes, it's cold. I've not gotten enough sleep. I feel that. I'm in the exact same mood as you. But migraines have stopped. Okay, I'm glad. Wait, how's the surgery healing? Is that better? Like, is that completely better now? And Ding Dong Boobs, what red flags have I missed that you guys said? Ooh, we have not started the tier list yet, but we did hear a couple in the chat. Max Skinny was talking about armpit hair, and then Cappy was talking about, okay, Cappy's was kind of a joke about people who lack empathy. So we had those two so far, but we have not started the actual tier list yet. And Mason, here's how I define red flag. It doesn't necessarily mean you should run, but it does mean you should be careful if they use okay, wait, Mason, is one of your red flags using TikTok? Oh my gosh. And Cappy, one of the quests made you cry. Really? Like the storyline. Is the story really, really good? Wow. And Psycho Bones, you would love Where Winds Meet. I do not doubt that at all. I think the only thing that stops me is that it's 200 gigabytes, right? That's a huge game. I'll have to uninstall all my games. And yeah, Mason is a cooler Leisha. Oh my gosh. You know what? You guys were saying the other day that Rafael was cooler than me, and now Mason, everybody's just cooler than me, I guess. It's just people were joking like it's no longer the Leisha W channel, it's a Rafa W channel. And guys, I still can't say his name properly. It's so hard. Like every time I want to say his name, I gotta think so carefully. That's a red flag, isn't it? He was kept telling me I need to say less of an A sound. Rafael. I hope that's right. Hopefully he just never watches my VODs. And Proofy Methods, hello, how are you? Happy Saturday. Hope all is well. Always bringing the good energy in here. And Cappy, migraines are gone. Not much blood left. Mostly just flushing out scabs. Nice. Not much blood left. I'm happy to hear. And Cappy, the main story is pretty good so far, but the side quests, OMG. So the side quests are what makes it good. That's really cool. I am a side quest lover. I love a good game that just has lots of side quests. And Matt Winnick, I'm playing Saints Row 2, where you can create an avatar of yourself leading a gang. Matt Winnick, the gangster. I like it. Very cool. Hope you're having fun. My gosh, gamers in the chat. And Godspeed. To be honest, late last year, I should have gotten Stellar Blade before Lies of P. Stellar Blade looks amazing. Ooh, wait. What do you mean, like, you should have? Like, as in, like, you wish, like, money-wise you spent it on Stellar Blade instead? Or do you mean just, like, yeah. It's never too late to play Stellar Blade. Lost Sauce McKee doing well, just working as usual. Working, fair enough. Gotta get that bag. I'm glad you're doing well. And Godspeed, Where Winds Meet is def fun. Trying to get my character more drip, though. Ooh, wait. Can you get really dripped out in that game? That's cool. And Mason, I know some people might feel like a hypocrite if they themselves use TikTok, but to be fair, I do think it applies to ourselves, too. I do think a girl should be wary of me for using TikTok. I do think a girl should be wary of me for using TikTok unless I prove to her otherwise. Interesting, Mason. I do like what you're thinking. That a girl should be wary of you for using TikTok unless you prove her otherwise. Interesting. And Cappy, there's one which is about why did I struggle to pronounce that word? A Buddhist funeral ceremony, putting spirits to rest. And it was such a respectful, tragic take on the entire thing. I broke down. Like, it reminded me of home and the rituals were nostalgic. I felt it so hard. Oh my gosh, wow. So, it's made by like Chinese people, right? Like a Chinese company, if I remember correctly. Because that would make sense, like, just kind of like the proper, I don't know, respecting and going about all that stuff. And the game's entire gacha microtransactions are about drip. Ooh, wait, that reminds me, on one of the red flags tier lists that I found, they do talk about uh, about people who play gotcha games and if that's a red flag. So I'm excited to see what we put there. And Unlimited Mew, hello Unlimited Mew, nice to see you, nice to see you. Hope all is well. Always a pleasure to have you in chat. And Kathy, yep, if you had any experience with Chinese culture, it hits a lot harder. Okay, noted. Yeah, because the whole ritual surrounding spirits and stuff, I definitely, at least like had some exposure to that in my family and all that. So that would be very interesting to see. I feel like I really should play it. Just at 200 gigabytes, that's a huge game. Okay, I want to guess. Speaking of the tier list, we should look at one of them. I feel like it will be interesting to hear your takes because I feel like I have my takes, but I'm curious what you guys think. And also I have not looked at a lot of these. Like I just kind of looked through them and like, oh, this is cool. So I just kind of like chose them. Let me just get them open up. Get my screen shared. There we go. Wait, no, this screen is not shared. Bad streamer. And Mason says, it honestly just goes back to what I've always told you about TikTok when it comes to the toxic takes on relationships from men and women. So that's why I feel people should make sure that the person they want to date isn't influenced by that stuff on TikTok. Since I'm also one of the people who uses TikTok, I do think the person I date should expect me to prove I'm not influenced and vice versa. I expect her to prove she's not influenced by that content. Fair enough, Mason. That's fair. Okay, I guess, like, would proving just be, like, if somebody just, like, you realize, like, they don't look at any relationship stuff on TikTok, it's just, like, all, like, I don't know, fashion or something, I guess, would that be, like, proving to you? And Kathy, honestly, just stay off most social media these days. 90% of it is toxic rage bait. That is fair. Like, rage baiting is, like, the new, like, it's just a huge thing now. It's just, like, the way people get famous, I feel like. It's just, if you want to get famous, just rage bait, and it'll get you very far. So I do feel like that's very valid. Yeah, that's a huge thing right now. And, okay, I keep saying I'm going to share my screen, but I have not done that yet. Let me do that. Let me be actually a decent streamer. Whoa, not decent streamer, my bad. Not decent streamer, bad streamer. The fact that, to this day, I'm still dragging stuff around sometimes, that is quite wild. All right, so the first one we've got is, there's a lot here to look at. I quite like this one because there's some really interesting ones, and some where I'm like, why is this even like on a red flag list, so there's somewhere I'm like, okay, I get why they're on a red flag list, and somewhere I'm like, I have no idea why. So let's see. I mean, I hope you guys can see well, because some of these are small, because there's so many. Like, why is neurodivergent and neurotypical on here? I don't know. Obviously, like, stuff like controlling being on here makes sense, but, like, some of them, I'm like, why are they on here? But let's see. Different political alignments. Let's start with that one. I personally am like, listen, like, I remember such a long time ago when I was younger watching a YouTube video. I don't know why it appeared on my feed as a kid, but like I watched a YouTube video where it's like, about this like woman and a man who's like married, and one of them voted for like Hillary Clinton, one of them voted for Trump, and they're talking about like coexisting and all that. I don't know why, like, as a kid that popped up on my feed and I watched it. So kind of just like, I've always been like, oh, like, like people can coexist with different political alignments. But I feel like now that I've been there, done that, I can very much say, like, no, I don't believe it can work. Like, or it's such a fine line to walk where it's like, it just feels so good to be around people who just actually like agree with you, like just see eye to eye. It just feels so much better. Like, I don't know if I put it in like instant deal breaker, but I think I would put it, it's manageable, but it's bad. That's what I'm gonna say. It's manageable, but it's bad. Like, I wouldn't. It's pretty bad. Yeah, ding dong. I was like, it harbors a lot of resentment and stuff. Like, especially like depending on how into politics people are, like people in the relationship are. It's bad. And hitting my Tiro, hello. It has been so long. How are you? Nice to see you. Hello. And Papa Perican as well. Hey there. And Godspeed, people can coexist like that. I think they used to do it all the time. Nowadays, I think people are so divided, honestly. Yeah, I do think so. Like, and I think it also depends on, like, where you are. Because, like, for example, my parents have, like, more kind of different political beliefs, but it works because we're in Canada. And, like, it's less deep, I feel like, there. But then it's, like, I don't know. I know some people where it's, like, I just simply, like, I disagree with your politics, and it, like, I don't automatically, like, decide to not be friends with somebody when I disagree with their politics, but it's like, if they're just, like, somewhat, like, I don't know, like, just somewhat passionate about it, it gets really uncomfortable, and you're just constantly having to self-manage and, like, just manage, like, your emotions, be like, okay, like, you know, like, just, like, try to move on from the topic and find ways to avoid the topic. It's just a nightmare. And Cappy is harder in the US. I think in other countries, different political alignments might be more nuanced. Yeah, for sure. Like, in Canada, I would say, like, the most, like, conservative, like, Canadians are, like, are still more liberal usually than the just like normal conservatives in America and stuff like that. Wait, also, where am I putting my camera? I should put it... I'll put myself, like, here. We'll be here today. And, Godspeed, I don't vote, but yet sometimes people of either political side think I might as well support their enemy if I don't vote, which is stupid because I don't support either one. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that argument where it's like, oh, like, yeah, there's a lot of, again, bringing it back to TikTok, as Mason was saying earlier, it was just a lot of extremism, like, oh, like, it's just, there's a lot of extremism. Like, I do think there's some validity to being, like, people are really hating on people who say, like, oh, like, I'm, like, conservative when it comes to, like, economics, but then liberal when it comes to human rights, and I'm like, to me, that's a pretty valid, like, way to look at things. I feel like it's a lot more nuanced than just being one thing. So yeah, I guess the next one is also about politics, and invested in politics. I mean, I feel like it depends on the situation. I mean, no, I'm gonna put it as could be good. Because it's like, again, if they are of your same political alignment, then it's like, yeah, it could be good. But it's like, if it's like they're really invested and you guys are of different political alignments, then it could be like, yeah, so it could be good. It could be good. I think I'm gonna put it there. And Thanos, hello, welcome on in. Hello, nice to meet you. And Cappy, 10 years ago, I would agree that you can be friends with someone with different politics, but today I don't think I can. Someone who votes for the party I'm against is explicitly voting against my interests. Yes, exactly. Yeah, just today is so, like, it's so different today compared to before. That is very, very true. And Psycho Bones, details are still being worked out, but I'm going to be taking part in my first D&D campaign. Wait, that's so cool. Like, in real life or online? I've always wanted to get into D&D, but I've never, like, gotten into it, so I don't quite know how it works still. And Godspeed, my mom thinks I should vote, but I told her that if I supported people that she doesn't support, then she'll wish I didn't vote. That is true. People always say go vote, but what they mean is go vote for, like, who I'm supporting. Whenever they say the whole, like, go vote, I feel like that's kind of the vibe I get, at least. And I'm not sure yet, Psychobone says, might even be streaming it. That's so fun. Wait, D&D, I really want to look more into it. It just seems so up my alley. It's such a nerdy thing that I would love. I feel like a lot of us would love in here. We're all united by our nerdiness in here. All right. Practices or religion you are not involved with. Ooh. I feel like it depends on the situation. Because, like, that's, wow. Starting with politics and religion. Just getting these out of the way. Because I feel like it depends on, like, where you are in terms of your own beliefs. Like, I feel like my beliefs are more malleable. And Cappy says depends on the religion and how involved is involved. Exactly. I guess we'll leave it at depends on the situation then, maybe. Because it's like, it depends on if you are, like, currently religious. Because I feel like, again, as somebody who did not grow up in a religion, I'm a little more, like, malleable. Because I'm, like, more, like, I'm not, like, committed to any, like, church at the moment or anything. And ding dong depends on the situation for sure. Okay, it seems like we're leaving it here. Pretty done deal. But I feel like that's, like, a kind of, like, a safe answer, but so I'm gonna try to avoid using the more neutral ones just because they're safe answers, but I do feel like this is a situation where a safe answer is quite valid here. And Cappy, personally, I have too much bad experience with religious people, but I understand that's a personal thing. That's so fair. Yeah, that's so fair. Like, we all have, like, very, like, I feel like, yeah, there's, I mean, so many stories, right? Some, like, so many great religious stories, so many, like, just very, like, restrictive, oppressive religious stories that, yeah. So, we'll just leave it here. We'll leave it here. And Mason, I agree. Like, I understand where people are coming from when they say you can be friends with someone with different politics. What they need to understand is that some politics are literally stuff that affect my life, so it doesn't make sense to be told I should still be friends with that person who has those particular beliefs. Right, yeah, sometimes it's, like, very much, I feel like especially today, it's very much, like, a humanistic issue. It's not just, like, it's not just, like, yeah, it's not just, like, about, like, I mean, it's always, but, like, I feel like even more so today, the conversations are more, at least the way we talk about it is a lot more about, like, what you believe about just how people should be treated. And anyways, the next one is lives with parents, which is funny because both people that I, like, the person, like, my past relationship and my current relationship, they both live with their parents. And I feel like I would put this in the neutral does not matter. Okay, ding dong, you and I were on the same page. Yeah, I think especially, like, my current relationship, like, we're both in our early 20s. Like, I'm 20, he's 21, so, like, it makes sense that we're living with our parents, you know, or it makes sense. And I do feel like it depends. And you know what, I'm gonna put on depends, mainly because it depends on, like, how old they are, and why they're living at home. Like, again, like, with my current relationship, it makes a lot of sense because we're both, like, young, and, like, the reason is just, like, we're trying to get our lives started. But it's, like, yeah, but I feel like there are other reasons that somebody could be living with their parents that, like, I can disagree with a little bit, so I'll put it on depends. But I'm pretty between neutral and depends there. And Berserk, having a big forehead is also a big red flag. Sorry, not sorry, Berserk. You know what, valid. That's probably one of my red flags, is that I have a big forehead. That is so valid. And Berserk, how are you? Nice to see you. Oh my gosh. And Finna, hello. I feel like nowadays living with your parents is super normal until, like, 25, right? Or even later, just because, like, everything's so expensive. But I feel like it always, like, it depends on how the person sees it. I feel like that's what, for me, it depends on. It's, like, how their attitude towards it, how they treat their parents when they live with their parents. Like, if they are living with their parents, like, how responsible they're being with their money. Like, if they're, like, living with their parents and then using that as an excuse to just, like, spend all their money on, like, the most random things, and it's like, okay, that's, you know, that's not great. But if they're, like, living with their parents to save money for their future, and it's like, okay, that's great, that's very smart, you know. And Cappy says, I wanted to reply, but anything more than that I would get a bit too strong for this chat. Hey, Cappy, you know what, if you want to bring it on, we can take it, but totally up to you what you want to bring in here. But yeah, no, I feel like hey, I'm the one who brought up political alignments and religion, so, like Mason said, we'll pin it on Leisha. And Psycho Bones, I'm currently staying with my parents, but I also help them out around the house because they are getting older. My dad just turned 78 and my mom is 72. That's awesome. I feel like, yeah, that's, like, again, why I said depends on the situation. It's like, that's, like, a win-win situation for, like, both of you guys, because you're actually, like, helping your parents and, like, you get a place to stay. So it's like so it's not like where, like, you are, like, staying with them and just, like, they're your maid or something, you know. So it's, yeah, it's like that's definitely, like, one of the ones where it would lean towards could be good. Whereas there's some other situations where it's, like, bad. And Finna, I'm in Canada, and it's legit impossible for me to be able to move out until I'm making, like, $70,000 a year. I'm 20 right now, and I don't expect to be able to move out for at least another 5 years. Yeah, I feel you. I'm also from Canada, and yeah, no, it's crazy. Like, it's crazy nowadays, rent, like, really anywhere. So yeah, it's definitely more common, and again, like, probably smarter to live with parents. But I think it just all depends on the person's attitude towards it. And the drunken Jim Lee, hello. What's up? I'm Jim. I got one. What about not drinking coffee? Ooh, okay, as a coffee lover, I feel like it doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me. Like, it's like whatever. But I will say, on a similar topic, we were talking about this in the Discord the other day, actually, where it's like, I do think a mismatch in alcohol consumption is an issue. A mismatch in coffee drinking, though. I mean, okay, but what if, like, you guys never go to a cafe or anything? They can, get a hot chocolate at the cafe. That works. Like, I feel like somebody who doesn't drink coffee is more interested in, like, more interested or more willing to go to a coffee shop to just, like, consume something else than somebody who doesn't drink alcohol and their willingness to go to a bar and just, like, get a non-alcoholic drink or just hang out. Like, I feel like people who don't drink, they're very, like, they're usually, like, this is generalizing a lot. I could be so wrong. Feel free to, like, give a personal anecdote to prove me wrong. But I do feel like people who don't drink, they sometimes tend to have an attitude about, like, just overall drinking culture, not just, like, the alcohol itself, of being like, oh, like, going to bars and clubs, or, like, they're like, they kind of, like, frown upon that. That's such a generalization, though. I could be, like, so wrong. I do sometimes I have at least met people like that. And let's see, Psycho Bones. My mom has been having a harder time cooking recently. My dad still tries to do yard work. Wait. Losing the comments. Trying to do yard work. Oh my gosh, why do I keep losing the comments? Oh, there we go. And such, but it gets winded easily. Right. So that's, like, a perfect situation to live with your parents then. That's really thoughtful of you to help them out, Psycho Bones, really. And Fever Blossom, welcome on in. Hello. Nice to meet you. How much is rent for a 1-bedroom in Canada? Ooh, I feel like it depends on, obviously, where. But for taking, like, major cities, I feel like out in the suburbs, it can get as cheap as, like, 1,500 CAD. If you're really talking suburbs, but it's really competitive. And it's going to be small, probably. But I feel like realistically, like, in the center of the city, it's definitely going to be, like, 2K. Somewhere around there. But yeah, now that I live in London, we'll never, ever complain about Canadian prices ever again. I will never complain. I will never complain. And Purple Buds, hello. How are you? It has been a little bit. Hope life is good. Not happy Thanksgiving to you because you are Canadian. And Grorexy, salut, comment ça va? Grorexy, il y a une possibilité que je vais être en France l'année prochaine pour l'école. Je pense, parce que je veux essayer d'aller en Espagne, mais il y a une chance que ça ne fonctionne pas. Alors, si ça ne fonctionne pas, je vais être en Bordeaux, je pense. And let's see. Purple Buzz, I hope things didn't go bad already now that you're chatting about red flags. So far, Purple Buzz, we've talked about politics and religion, and it's gone as smoothly as I can possibly go. Oh my gosh. And Psycho Buzz, we lost our apartment, so it was supposed to just be temporary. We are still looking for another place, but it's hard to find a place in a small town. That is for sure. Yeah, like, sometimes there's so many people where I've met where they're like, I have money to rent. It's just like, it can be so competitive to even find a place. So yeah, no, it's totally understandable. And again, like, why this falls into the depends on the situation, I think. I stand behind this. And Mason, when I went to Egypt, it was much cheaper, so I was able to live there in my own apartment for a few years. I'm back in with my parents in the US now, and our goal is to work together to invest along with my brothers. Wait, that's so awesome. Investing together, that is great. Yeah, it's definitely the smart thing to do if you can get along with your family. Kind of like what Cappy was saying earlier. I feel like I didn't touch enough on this, but I do think culture plays a part, because there are, like, like, I do feel like I will not, the chances of me moving home, it's really, like, I'm willing to, like, you know how, like, it's, like, to some people who, for example, like, they're really chill with living at home, they're willing to spend less of a portion of, like, their salary or whatever on rent, But it's, like, I feel like I'm willing to spend a larger portion of my salary on rent because the peace of mind that comes with living on my own is just, like, so, it's so valuable. And Cappy. Ooh. Let me see it. We got a hot take in there. I feel like not being invested in politics is a big red flag for me because it implies a degree of intentional ignorance. Recent events should have been demonstrated you cannot be above politics, not when so much of it affects so many things in our lives. This is especially true right now when so many fundamental rights and human dignities are being treated like they are matters of opinions of basic fucking decency. Cappy, I agree with that. I agree with that. Ooh, I feel like the only reason I haven't put it here is just because like, what if they're invested in politics but not, like, we don't have the same opinion? But I feel like then that would fall into this. So Cappy, you have influenced me. I completely agree. We're gonna put it in actually I like this. Yeah. No, like, nowadays it's like, oh my gosh, it just, whenever my man says fuck Trump or something, I'd be like, oh, that's the hottest thing you've ever said. Oh my gosh. I'd be like, oh my goodness, you are turning me on. It's hot to care. Anyways, we're gonna gloss over that. I didn't mean to state my political opinions there, but also I feel like I would be a red flag if I didn't state my political opinion. So there we go. There we go. If you disagree, I'm totally fine with you being in my chat, by the way. I'm not somebody who's gonna be like, get the fuck out of here. As long as it doesn't bother you to be in my chat. Don't worry, we do not talk about that often, but I do feel like I should, that it would be, again, it would be a red flag of me to just be like, oh yeah, I'm so neutral, you know, like, especially like, you know, having, or trying to build a platform. I feel like I should, you know, at least kind of establish what type of beliefs I have. And let's see, we have Crash Test Dummy in here. Hello, nice to see you again. Hope all has been well. And Papa Perican, have you been to a proper warehouse rave in London? Yes, actually, like, I went on, like, I like pretty much landed in London, then went on like a solo trip, and then like the day after I got back from my solo trip, like back to London, I went to a rave in like an abandoned IKEA, and it was great. I loved it. London's a bit on the pricey side. Yeah, isn't it like one of the, people in London claim it's the most expensive city in the world, but I feel like San Fran or something is more expensive, right? But people in London claim that it's like, that it's the most expensive city in the world. And Finnick coffee is alright, but like, you know? That's fair. I mean, yeah, I think you were saying you drink tea, right? Yeah, I've been drinking tea lately as well, mostly drinking tea. So yeah, not a big deal to me, returning to the whole coffee tea thing. And, et merci Crowbrexy, oui, j'ai très hâte aussi. J'espère que tout fonctionne. J'espère. And Purple Buzz, my family is leasing a small 2-bedroom, 1-bath, in the back of our house. And it's like 1.5k-ish. Good to know. Wait, really? Good to know. And, let's see. We scroll down. Gossipy on social scale. A lot of people do vote because the predominant people around them vote for the same person. In reality, politicians always go home with their pockets filled. That is true. And I have dealt with that as well, where I do feel like I do see a growing value in surrounding yourself with people who agree with you in politics, just because like it does shift, like, even if you're really strong in your opinions, still like the people around you inevitably kind of like affect you. So I've talked about a while back, I was doing some streams talking about how like I was just somebody who just like grew up in a very conservative family, and I've just always been like, even though growing up in that context, like I've just always been very like liberal. But it's just like, because I grew up around people who like all disagreed with me, I would continuously try to brainwash myself into agreeing with them, to the point where for a while I was like watching conservative podcasts to try to like kind of brainwash myself into being like, yeah, I believe this, yeah, just because I wanted to stop fighting with the people around me. So I don't even know what got me started on that. Somebody said something about that, but yeah, no, people you surround yourself with, it does change things. Because you like, you know, you feel like you should try to like conform with them, you know? And is that Rancid in the chat? Red flag, doesn't post Gritty Goose every day. That is a red flag. That is a red flag. That is true. That is true. Gritty Goose is just... If more people had Gritty Goose, it would be a better world. Wait, I was reading anonymous confessions yesterday, and I saw one that said, confession, I've never actually hit the gritty, or something like that. I'm paraphrasing, but was that you, Rancid? There's no way it could be you, right? There's no way it could be you confessing to never hitting the gritty. There's just no way, right? That could never be you. That could never be you. And Papa Perican drum sheds is nice. Yes, I love drum sheds. My gosh. Had such a good time. Had such a good time. And Rancid, it wasn't you, but I have never hit a gritty. Okay. At first I thought you were pretending that it wasn't you. But you openly admitted to never hitting the gritty. So that means there's somebody else who also confessed to never hitting the gritty. Oh my gosh. And, let's see. I get the sentiment. Wait, about Mason something. Mason was saying that, okay, I think Crash this time he was just replying to Mason but something. And then Cappy, it starts with small acts of resistance. Making your stance clear to friends and family is probably the best thing you can do to change. Oh my gosh. Wait, that kind of goes with what I was saying before. About like how I was like kind of just like, yeah, trying to fit in with my friends and family. Or honestly just family, not friends, just family. Yeah. No, I regret, you know, like, well, not regret, but I had to go through the whole process of like just acknowledging like, yeah, like my opinions will never change because like my morals are where they are, you know. So yeah, that whole acceptance was something. And Cappy, I'm done with this hitting the gritty mean. Oh my gosh, it's not, you see a goose that Rancid sent in the chat? It's that dance move. I would hit the gritty for you, but I must also confess, I have never hit the gritty in my life. And I definitely cannot, which is a red flag. I should be able to hit the gritty. So that is on me. That is on me. One day I'll be able to demonstrate for somebody who asks. And, all right, let me move on to the, oh, there's so many. Let's see. There's some like really simple ones about food. Let's see. Are there? Do I want to do those? We can do this really quick. Choose loudly. It's not the worst. I don't know. I feel like I don't know people who chew loudly. Actually, I know like I can think of one family member. It's not the worst thing. Amazing. You're gonna go make hot dogs. Wait, like just. Are you just really excited to make hot dogs? Is that what it's in all caps with 4 exclamation marks? Because fair enough. Or is that like a meme that I'm not getting? You gotta teach me the slang of the youth, Mason. Wait, Mason, you don't know what hit the gritty means? Ain't no way, we gotta get the chat educated. And ding dong, I know someone who chews loudly and it pisses me off. You know what? Maybe I've just never... I'll put it in bad but manageable. I'll put it there. I don't know if it's like deal breaker, but it's like bad, but I feel like this is like valid, right? And Cappy, I'm not too bothered. My sister cannot stand it. Interesting. I'm guessing your sister must hate like ASMR then or something. And Maze, I'm just genuinely excited to make hot dogs. I love that energy then. I love that energy. Awesome. Enjoy. Are you barbecuing? And Cappy, no, she likes ASMR. She just can't handle chewing. I see. So I guess like other ASMR is fine. Just not like the mukbangs or whatever. And Rand said, choose loudly is such a broad range for me. You can chew loudly as long as it's a very gushy sounding. Interesting. Okay. Do you guys agree with bad but manageable then? And Professor Gecko, hello. What's with the neutral face? I guess feeling neutral is pretty normal in life though. I shouldn't have questioned it. Hello, Professor Gecko. And ding dong, the problem is they don't realize they do it. So you gotta keep telling them stop smacking your lips, but they keep doing it, so it just keeps pissing you off. Ding dong has clearly dealt with this before. This is clearly like a personal issue here. Cappy, is your opinion BTW, so if you aren't bothered, you aren't bothered. Right, thank you for saying that, Cappy. But yeah, no, I'm also curious, because I feel like you guys give me a different perspective too. I'll ultimately put what I believe, but you guys definitely can, change my mind on these, because I feel like, especially again, like I haven't had an experience like ding dongs, and ding dong is clearly painting a picture to help right here. And Crash says something, I never really noticed loud chewing. Maybe I've never been around people that chew loudly. Exactly. That's what I'm kind of like trying to figure out right here. I'm like, have I experienced it and just not cared? Or have I just not been around people who do it? And Godspeed. Plus, both sides usually do the same thing. A good example is deportation in U.S. Long story short, both Democratic and Republican presidents have deported millions of illegal immigrants. To me, it's two wings of the same bird. Right. Also, like, I kind of, yeah, Godspeed, I was seeing your stance on kind of just politicians in general being corrupt. Is that kind of what you were, am I misinterpreting that? Because that is also very true. Both sides definitely have their issues, for sure. That is never to be mistaken. Both sides have their issues, as for sure. And Cappy, the lip smacking is crazy. I didn't know people do that IRL. Wait, I feel like I need to search up lip smacking. Wait, guys, I need to quickly Google. Give me a second. Give me a quick second. I need to go on YouTube and find a video of loud chewing and see what I think about it. Please, oh wait, I'm sorry. It's for research purposes. Please, it's for research purposes. Real quick. Rip your search. Oh no. Okay, wait. Loud chewing. Lip smacking. Go like, no, we're gonna own. What the fuck? We're gonna own this. Can you guys hear this? Is this loud? Wait, you guys can't hear? Wait, you guys can hear. Okay. That was just too... See how it sounds gushy? Wait, why do I... Okay, I like it in an ASMR context, but I feel like in real life I would not. Okay. It seems like consensus in chat is that this is a no-no. Oh! Sort your life out is crazy. This looks good, though. This food looks good. Okay, I'm sorry, Crash. I'm sorry. Okay. I think we've kind of reached our consensus here. My goodness. Okay, so choose loudly. We'll put it here. I think here's good, right? And Godspeed, there's corruption on both sides. Why refuse to fully invest in one? I guarantee whatever they put into place supports them more than the average voter. That is true. That is always true. It's going to be always like in their personal interest more so than the voter. That is true, and unfortunately kind of how humans can be. But yeah, that is definitely true. Gosh, what a world we live in. And let's see. Cappy, I'm mildly annoyed by her nails being well done, but her eating being so messy. I guess that's like a part of the whole ASMR thing, isn't it? Like messy eating as well. And Papa Perican, I feel like all the options are pretty tame except for instant deal breaker. We need fetch the bolt cutter and nuke from orbit. Papa Perican, I want to hear more of your hot takes then, because it seems like you have some crazy deal breakers, red flags in mind. And Not a Fed, you have many red flags. As in like you are a red flag, or as in like there's many that like you don't like. Please let us know, Not a Fed. And nice to see you again, Not a Fed. Welcome back. And Cappy, I'm also very curious about what ends up an instant deal breaker. So let's get on it. Okay, I'm sharing screen, right? Yes. So after deal breakers, remove from gene pool. Honestly, I would like that as a category. Remove from gene pool. And wait, Rancid got auto-modded. Wait, let me take care of that. Oh, shoot. Okay, sorry. I did not see that. There we go. There we go. Rancid, speaking of Gush, I want to bring up something I found out the other day. So the censored version of WAP, the lyrics on the chorus are changed from WAP to wet and gushy, and for some reason that sounds way worse. Does that sound worse to me? I'm trying to decide. Wet and I can't decide. Is that better or worse? I Yeah, I feel like that's worse. That's worse. That's probably worse. I'll say that's worse. And Crash Test Dummy. I used to watch people eat food on YouTube when I was living alone and having a meal to not feel so lonely. Wait, I definitely have seen, like, yeah, people, like, making videos specifically for that. That's so cool. I mean, yeah, no, that's so cool. Powers of the internet. The internet doing good things. That's very much so. And Godspeed. Wait, one red flag. If someone lays out all their expectations directly, it makes me insinuate that I'll end up shifting to be whatever that is. Interesting. Ooh, wait, I've never heard that talked about in this context of, like, if it's a good or bad thing. I just know some people do that. Yeah, I feel like I would feel really weird if, like, yeah, if somebody just, like, if I just started dating somebody and they just, like, give me a whole list of things, I'll be like, yeah, no, I'd be very put off by that, actually. I'd be very put off. I'd be like, oh, so, like, do you actually like me? Or am I just, like, a blank canvas for you to kind of shape into what you want? So I agree with that, Godspeed. I put that as a red flag. It would make me uncomfortable. And all right, orders the fast food option at specialty restaurants. It does not matter to me. I feel like that does not matter to me. Does anybody have any objections to that? I would love to hear. But to me, I can't think of why that'd be bad. Like, just eat whatever. And picky eater, ooh, I feel like I'll put it there. It's not a deal breaker, but it's also like, I don't know. If they're a picky eater, are they gonna be picky about, like, other things? I don't know. It just kind of gives, like, I don't know. Just it makes life harder, you know, like going out to eat. I don't know if you're traveling or something, especially since I love to travel. And Crash Test Dummy, a good burger can be done in a fancy way too. Exactly. Yeah. No. I think this is. You know what? I almost want to put it in could be good. Because I'm somebody who would order, like, a burger at a fancy restaurant. I kind of like that vibe. Should we put it in could be good? I'm going to put it in could be good. And Ryan said, I feel like no one catches strays more than picky eaters. Really? I guess I'm not a picky eater, so I never ended up on picky eater's side of social media. But really? Are you a picky eater, Rancid? And Cappy, is a degree to which they are picky and if it lines up with my food preferences. Right. Yeah, I feel like it all depends on, like, what they're picky about. Like, for example, like, again, if traveling, like, they just, like, but even traveling, it's like, I feel like I just go to, like, grocery stores when traveling, like, just buying, like, sandwiches and stuff. So maybe it couldn't be that bad. So that's why it's not a deal breaker. We'll put it here. And Cappy, I had one with a bone marrow topping with grilled onions. Really? That sounds so good. I love bone marrow. Oh my gosh, that sounds so good. And Cruella! Hello! Oh my gosh! How are you? Popping in to say hi and drop a alert. Thank you for the alert, Cruella. And it's so nice to see you. Happy weekend. My goodness. Hope you've been well. And Rance, I wouldn't say I'm a picky eater. I just don't eat a lot of different things. It depends on if you just won't try new things or if you genuinely just don't like a lot of things. That's interesting. Yeah, I feel like, again, as somebody who just doesn't think about food that much, I never thought about it like that, where it depends on if you just won't try new things or if you just don't like a lot of things. Wait, which one to you is worse or better? And Purple Butts, picky eaters past childhood genuinely frustrate me because you're old enough and responsible enough to drive or work and all these other things, but you still refuse to eat something slightly different. Purple Butts, I like the strong opinion. Yeah, I think we're definitely leaning towards this, aren't we? Yeah, no. I like the strong opinion. And Fever Blossom, not wanting to try new things is a big negative for me. I like that perspective as well. I like that take too, not wanting to try new things. I'm sorry, picky eaters are just they're catching strays in here. And Ransom, because trying something and not liking it is fine, but if you're like, I'm not even gonna try it, it's kind of childish. I like that. I get it now. Yes, I like that. I get it. I agree. Okay, I think we've gotten it down now. It's like, it's bad but manageable, but like if it speaks to a bigger character trait of just like being stubborn and not wanting to try new things, then yeah, it starts to veer into this. Imagine if, like, just without context, somebody comes in and the only thing we have as instant deal breaker is just picky eater. That'd be kind of funny. And Carnival, hello, welcome in from Russia. Very cool. Hello. Welcome on in. Nice to meet you. And not a fed. When she says we need talking, but when I try, she say, what about the time when you smiled to Rebecca? Oh, that's a red flag, not a fed. Bringing things up unrelated to the argument, that's a red flag. That's a red flag. I agree, that's a red flag. And crash test on me, picky eating is fine for me. Whatever you roll with, I'm like a dog though. Wait, whatever you roll with, I'm like a dog though. I've had the same breakfast for 3 years. Crash test on me, you and me are the same. Since moving to the UK, I've legit, I'm not even kidding, been eating like the same dinner every single night, the same breakfast every day. I don't care. I'm like a dog. I've literally eaten dog food and enjoyed it. And Godspeed, I'm not exactly picky. To prove it, I do eat meat, but I'll also eat vegan-based food if it tastes good. I like that. Yeah, I do feel like I'm also like that with vegan food, whereas like if it tastes good, I'll eat it. Wait, what do you guys consider like being vegan? Where would that fall for you guys? And let's see, not a fed. Who's from Russia? Ooh, on the Twitch side, Carnival is from Russia. On the Twitch side though. And when I said, let's put it like this. Let's say you and your partner go out somewhere and you're like, try this, and you don't try it. That's on you. But if you try it and you don't like it and your partner gets mad, that's crazy. Right, that's also giving the flip side. That's also crazy, yeah. No, getting mad at somebody for not liking a food is insane. I've never actually seen or heard that. That'd be crazy. In Carnival, you like climbing? That's cool. Yes, I do like climbing. I love climbing, actually, though unfortunately I've not been climbing much, which is crazy to say. I used to climb so much. Do you climb Carnival? And must be some great food options in London. Yes, Fever Blossom, but just so expensive. So I just end up buying the same thing from Tesco or Sainsbury every week. But yeah, no, I feel like I should explore the food more in London, but it's just so expensive. And Godspeed, trust me, I won't be a full-blown vegan at all. Same. It's so expensive to keep up and hard to keep up. Purple Butts, did you get a sausage roll from Greg's yet? Oh my gosh. Not from Greg's, but I have gotten some sausage rolls and such. Purple Butts knows. Purple Butts knows about Greg's. Oh, Greg's. And Mason, viewer roulette. I will have a number in mind, and I will start counting the message. Starting from this message, whoever's message happens to get message number I have in mind will get banned. You know, Mason, I obviously don't want people banned from my stream, but why do I low-key love that idea? Maybe we can do, like, ban roulette, but, like, not actually ban. But I do want to see who you land on. Just type it in the chat who you land on. I love that. And Insanity Quill, hello! How are you? Hello. Nice to see you. Hope life has been good. And, ooh, vegan. I mean, sorry, Cappy, you were talking about veganism and I just called you vegan. Vegan is tricky. I can handle friends. Why am I misreading everything? I can be friends, but living together, I think no. I like too many animal products. Fair enough, right? Because vegan doesn't just include food. That's true. Wait. And, let's see. Cappy, eating together and cooking for each other is important to me, so it's hard. I might be able to make an exception, but that's gonna be no more often. Right. That's fair too, yeah. Yeah, I feel like, again, this is obviously red flags are personal to some extent, because like for me, food doesn't matter as much, but it's just not a passion of mine. But to people who food is like a passion for them, I can imagine like, yeah, it must be a lot harder. And we're talking about lab grown meat now. Ding dong. In the future, lab meat would taste as good as real meat. It would then be morally wrong to eat real meat and take a life. Interesting, ding dong. Yeah, no, I think I echo Cappy. Like, yeah, once they get it, good, I'd switch as well. And amazing, Purple Butts technically. Oh my gosh, Purple Butts got the ban roulette. Oh no, he is metaphorically banned. And crash test dummy, what were you saying? 3 eggs for breakfast, 2 toasts of bread, and crushed avocado, salt and cayenne pepper, and a bowl of oatmeal. Wait, that sounds so good. That's such a full meal. I love that. Collagen protein, some honey, and a banana. Wow, I need to step it up. My breakfast is just like it's so basic and just like stuff I can slap together in 2 seconds. I respect that. A good breakfast is important, but I'm not taking my own advice. And Fever Blossom, right? I do think a lot of people will hit the mental barrier with lab-grown meat. Though I do think for me personally it wouldn't be a thing, but I can totally understand it being a thing. And Minari, hello, and how do you chew loudly? I've never met someone like that. Oh my gosh, Minari. We were having that conversation. Should I pull up the video again, guys? Just to show Minari. Should I show? I had to pull up a video, Minari, of loud chewing for us to decide. And Purple Buzz, I have a friend from the UK. Really? That's so cool. And he does nothing but meat, right? Greg sausage rolls. I need to do a taste test. Okay, guys. Because Minari is asking, I'm going to pull up the video. Only because Minari is asking, okay? Only because Minari is asking. And no, wait, Rancid! I will unfollow. Okay, wait, Rancid. Just give me, like, 5. Oh, no. I don't want to lose Rancid, but I do want to show Minari. No! Okay, bluff call. Okay, let's... Alright. Minari, what do we think? And thank you for the follow, Fever Blossom. Welcome on in officially. It's been a pleasure chatting. I hope you enjoy your time here. And Godspeed, y'all making me hungry talking about all this food. Change it to a foodie stream. Low key, Godspeed. I would love to do like a UK snacks tier list or something. It's just hard for me to get my hands on enough. Minari is saying, okay, WTF is this? Okay, so are you on our side now, Minari, about the loud chewing thing? How do you feel about it? The slurp is bothering people, clearly. I love this. And not a Fed, they invest in nanotechnology. Wait, is that like a good thing for you or a bad thing? I want to know. And all right, let me move on to the next red flag while we're at it. Fever Blossom, I can't fix her. That is a more fixable thing, I feel like. All right, guys. I mean, this... Oh, I was going to say this has to be instant, but I'm like... Nah, inconsistent is different, I feel like. Inconsistent, I have to give it to... Like, I have to give it to this. Because I feel like it's one thing if somebody just consistently doesn't text a lot, let's say. Like, for example, like, Rafael, he doesn't text that much. Like, he's definitely not, like, a texter. Like, he said, like, oh, like, I hate texting. But the thing is, like, he's consistent. It's not like sometimes, like, he consistently opens my messages, like, you know, like, he doesn't, like, leave it undelivered forever or something, you know? Like, he's consistent in, like, his communication. It's just, he communicated that he doesn't like texting. I feel like that's so different from, like sometimes being super communicative and sometimes not. So, yeah, ding dong, I agree. It's instant deal breaker. Let's put it there. And not a Fed. I am self-reflecting to know my own red flag. I was told I have emotional range of lizards. Interesting. So, wait. I'm guessing lizards are not very emotional? I'm guessing? So, like, you're kind of, like, less emotional? Is that what I'm hearing? And Purple Buzz, that shit with the slurps and nails activates some primal instinct for violence or something. Is crazy. Oh, my gosh. You know, Cappy also brought up the nails. Interesting. I did not notice the nails thing. I need to look at the video again, guys. Wait, what's wrong? Sorry, this is just to look at the nails, okay? Wait, I don't get it. What's with the nails? I feel so bad that I'm watching this one person's video. Maybe I should switch to somebody else's just to, so it's clear, like, we're not, like, hating on her video, just the overall, you know, not a third time. Oh my gosh. And Cappy, why did I read that as, like, she has really clean and neat nails at first? Oh my gosh. And, oh my gosh, Gwen, hello, Gwen, how are you? Nice to see you. Hello. We're looking at some red flags right now. And, inconsistent communication is a huge red flag, and it smacks of potential gaslighting. Okay, noted, yeah, I agree. We got our first instant deal breaker, I like it. And, She's eating the slop with her hands and she has really clean and neat nails. I see. Makes sense. A contrast, I guess. Makes sense. But what if she had dirty nails? Wouldn't that be worse and more gross? And Zombie Parks just passing by, but I hope you're having an amazing evening. Thank you for being here and existing. Oh, Zombie Parks! Welcome on in, and I hope you have a good rest of your evening as well. Thank you for being here and existing, bringing in positive energy. I love that, Zombie Parks. Thank you. Thank you. And Rand said, y'all ever meet someone who texts you back later, 2 days later, they say, sorry, I'm bad at texting, and then when you hang out with them, they're on their phone all the time? Ooh, I don't know if I've necessarily met anybody like that, but that's annoying. Or I guess they are, like, it makes me wonder if they're, like, replying to other people, or if they're just, like, they don't reply to people at all. But either way, it's kind of just not great. Not great. Ding dong, can you watch somebody eat corn on the cob? That would be a banger video. Wait, what? I need you to explain first. Why corn on the cob specifically? Ding dong, I need you to I need you to, like, sell me on the idea. And all right, dismissive of your feelings or opinions. We don't even need to talk about that. And then controlling. I mean, come on. These are too easy. Like, these are too easy, guys. Like, unwilling to address or resolve conflicts. Lack of accountability. Passive aggressive. Oh, that's the biggest one. I feel like we should order these as well. That's basic stuff. Yeah, let's get these out of the way. Ooh, I feel like we should order these as well. Which one's, like, the worst out of all of these? I feel like I'm going to put dismissive of your feelings as the worst. No. I'm going to put inconsistent communication, then dismissive of your feelings, and then unwilling to address or resolve conflicts. And fever blossom passive aggressive is the worst for you. You know what? I was going to do that at first. Because that is bad. I would put it as higher than controlling, actually. I feel like controlling is actually the least bad out of all of these. And Rand said dismissive of your feelings is the worst and it's not close. Ooh. But what about inconsistent communication? I feel like the only reason why I put this one here is just because, like, when somebody communicates inconsistently, like, if I were in a relationship with somebody who communicates inconsistently, I would feel like I'm not even in a relationship, And Ninja Cool Bats, hello, nice to see you. How are you? Hello. And not a fed. My emotion is contained. We drink to feel sad if we need to. Oh damn. Do you ever see House Cat who is depressing? No, be more like this animal. Interesting. So not a fed. It's kind of like would you say it's like a choice then for you, or is it like something that you can't control, just like keeping your emotions more in? And Zombie Parks, I try to show love and bring positivity the best I can. Oh, you are doing great, Zombie Parks. You're doing great. And Cappy, the phone thing is something I struggle with. I usually don't know how to keep conversations going. That's fair. I do feel like that's very different though from, like, just like leaving people undelivered for a long time. And if it's one-on-one, it's fine. Right. I feel like in a group chat too is different. Like, it's totally fine to, like, not participate that much in a group chat, And Minari, ever since I've been single, I have my phone on DND. I do love Do Not Disturb. When I did use it for a bit, and I did love it. It is great. And granted, I've met one person like that, but I ignored it because they were fine as fuck. And how did that work out? I'm curious. And let's see. Ransom, if you're bad at communicating, that's not great. But if you actually tell someone your feelings and they're just, like, invalid. Okay, Ransom, you paint a good picture there. You know what, Fever? I think you've also been convinced by Rancid, right? Okay, I think I'm gonna actually switch it. Because, yeah, I feel like I agree, actually. It's worse to be like, wait, are we even in a relationship? Than to, like, be in a relationship and then be dismissed. Yeah, no, feeling lonely in a relationship is just the worst thing. I see that. I agree now. And Zombie Parks, also just from the good vibes I'm getting. I hope your pillow is cold on both sides. Oh, thank you. I'm so honored that you're getting good vibes, Zombie Parks. Because I've gotten such good vibes from you. So I'm truly honored. Thank you. In Unfed, everything is choice. This never occurs to Cat. Why must it occur to you? Huh. I'll be honest, Unfed. I'll be completely honest. To me, that comes off as a bit of a red flag. Not a bit. Quite a red flag. Like, what I love about my man the most is, like, Rafael. He's just so... I'm saying his... You know what's a red flag? The fact that I still can't say his name properly. Let me try. Raphael. I need to legit practice, guys. Like, it's so hard to say his name properly for me. Raphael. Okay, Raphael. I feel like it's getting, the more I say it, the worse it gets. But what I love about him is that he's so open about his emotions. Like, I love that, like, he's somebody who does not run away from his emotions. Like, he's somebody, in fact, that tells me to feel my emotions. So it's such a green flag to me. Is he Polish? No, he's Portuguese. And Fever Blossom, that is my man, Raphael. It's crazy. I know it's crazy to say that somebody that I've known for 4.5 years, I still can't say his name properly. But just Portuguese pronunciations, my tongue cannot understand. And Riven, hello! Did you discover your true inner self or not yet? We're getting there. We're getting there. We're getting there. How are you, Riven? How are you? And Godspeed, for real, with the conversations, a lot of people really don't have a lot to talk about, or they don't vibe with someone, right? And I feel like it's totally fine to, like, not have a lot to talk about. Like, again, like, my man, he does not text much. Like, he pretty much, like, he does not text much. But the thing is, I never feel like it's inconsistent communication or dismissive or anything, because, like, I just know he's somebody who's he's very, very careful with, like, not careful, but he's very, like, intentional is a word, with his words. That's why. So, yeah, it's not about, like, how much you say. It's just about, like, yeah, the consistency, once again. Can't pronounce her lover's name. Instant red flag. That's so valid. I still struggle, guys. I still struggle. Raphael. He was, like, he keeps trying to correct me. And I keep trying to, oh, that's such a red flag that I can't pronounce his name properly. Raphael. Oh, it's getting worse. It's getting worse. I feel like for a while I was getting good at saying it, and now I can't. I'm going to practice off stream. I cannot have this be on record. And, Godspeed, I recall the times when I thought I was boring and not talkative, but certain women I was on the phone for hours with good combos. Right, the chemistry also helps a lot. Just being with the right person. And purple but situationships. Ooh, those are just painful. Low key. No, high key. And when I say it might be the worst quality in a human that doesn't involve heinous shit. Damn. You know what? Ranson, you're quite selling me on this. I think I agree. Or maybe not like the worst. Maybe I can think of something worse, but I do agree it's bad. And Zombie Parks, thank you for the follow. Oh my gosh. I appreciate it so much. Again, just your good vibes have been just absolutely lovely. So super honored to have you part of this community. You're stuck here now. And let's see. Just call him Huff. Right, like I do feel like his parents call him like Huffa. Oh my gosh, that sounds so bad when I say it. And ding dong, I can't say my partner's name either. It's hard when it's different language. Okay, I'm so glad that we're not. I mean, I'm not the only one. I'm so glad, because man, I'm gonna have to like practice off stream. Just practice all the time. All right, let's do another one. Lack of emotional. Oh my gosh, I cannot with this. I'm gonna put this like here. I cannot with that. Lack of emotional availability. I cannot. And oh my gosh, Mark. Thank you so much for the raid. Oh my gosh. Welcome in, guys. Welcome in, Subi Doo, and Mark himself, of course. Moon Scoopy, Just Kuya. Welcome in, guys. Red Stellar as well. Hello. Oh my goodness. Moon Scoopy, thank you for the follow. Welcome on in officially. Let me properly say hi to you guys real quick. Hello, guys. I'm Leisha. I used to game a lot, but then I recently went on this whole journey of moving abroad. Currently in the UK, soon going back to Canada, then gonna be living probably in Portugal, Spain. It's kind of a mess right now, so mostly been doing just chatting streams. I'm a huge yapper anyway, so it kind of works out that way. But I'm honored to be rated by Mark. Oh my gosh, Mark, let me get you a shout out because you are just lovely. And attendees, thank you for the follow as well. And Piggle Square, can you tell him, Mark, he a bitch for not saying bye? Oh my gosh, I don't want to call Mark a bitch. But Mark is so kind. And my goodness. Somebody's talking about the anonymous oh wait, Mooskippy, I love red flag discussions. Perfect. We were having some in-depth like discussions about some of the red flags. We get deep in here. We yap a lot, so I would love to hear your takes. I want to hear hot takes. Like, I want to hear stuff that you're like, I'm like kind of scared of saying this. I would like to hear hot takes. And Red Sailor Canada mentioned, yes, we have fellow Canadians in here. And Subi-doo, are car guys a red flag? I find it cool. Personally, I find it cool. What do you guys think about car guys? And Mason, thank you for being on the shout-outs. Mason, my W mod. Mason's a green flag. I can say that. Thank you so much, Mason. Guys, please go show Mark some love. He is super cool, dude. Super, super cool. Please go show some love. And, and is Moon Scoopy also a streamer? Thank you, Mason, for being on the shout-outs. I appreciate that so much. And, let's see. Mark, I think we said it depends on the type of car guy. Interesting. Okay, I have not met many car guys, so I need you guys to like kind of educate me on this. Give me some scenarios. And Moon Scoopy, I'm cool with car guys as long as they don't take themselves too seriously. I like that. Yeah, I feel like anything is like, as long as like you're not like too like serious about it, like too easily offended about it, to like stuff like that, you know. And crash test dummy car guys that have cars as a passion, nothing right about that. Right, I guess it depends on the attitude, but I feel like for the most part it's chill. And let me drop Moon Scoopy a follow as well. Thank you, Mason, for letting me know that Moon Scoopy streams. And Moon Scoopy, I have a lot of car friends who like to do grassroots racing. They're competitive and have fun, but aren't trying to flex. Grassroots racing, I need to look into what that is, but noted. Yeah, no, that sounds perfect. Competitive and have fun, but aren't trying to flex. Yeah, maybe the flexing would be the red flag part. And oh my gosh, Pickles to Mark, that's so kind. Pickles, thank you. Really, my goodness. Thank you. I really appreciate that, especially again to Mark. What an amazing human. Thank you. Really, really appreciate it, Pickles. I hope my weak attempt at calling Mark a bitch for you was enough. And Moon Scoopy is into professional racing scenes. Really? That's so cool. Oh my gosh. That's so cool. Wait, I need to know more. And crash test dummy, that applies to everything, not just cars. Very true. I agree with that. Yeah, that's very true. Yeah, that's more of a general thing. All right, let me get back on the red flags page real quick, and we can continue chatting about the red flags. And, before the raid, Nanafed, you were asking me about the Portuguese visas process, which I do need to actually, I will actually need to get a visa if I want to go live with my man for a bit in Portugal. But it seems not too bad. And it's much cheaper than the UK visa, at least, so it's not too bad. Though also it helps, again, that I'm living with a Portuguese person if I do decide to go there, so that makes a world of a difference. I feel like, obviously, like, though the digital nomad visa in Portugal seems really cool too, where you don't need to be making all that much to apply for it. So it seems like it's like not like, too impossible. And how did you meet him? Ooh, Fever Blossom. Pretty much 4.5 years ago, we were like in this online acting class, and then it was during COVID, so everything was online. So like me and him, I'm Canadian, I was living in Canada, he was living in Portugal. We both wanted to take an acting class with this American acting teacher, so we got to because everything went online, and we became scene partners, and we did a scene from like a rom-com that I chose because I thought he was so handsome and cute. But then like obviously like being so far apart, nothing could happen. Like I just had a big crush on him, but like nothing could happen. And we like kind of kept in contact, but like just like as friends, but like we just kind of lost contact for a bit. And then last year my parents like decided to go to Portugal for a family vacation, so I got to meet up with him for the first time. And then this year I visited him again, and old feelings came up, and now we are dating. And oh my gosh, Subi-doo, I also want to learn to drift. Oh my gosh. Or wait, when you say you want to drift, isn't like you already know how to, I'm assuming, because you're a car guy. I want to learn to drift. And not if when I was a small child, I picked the flowers to take to the woman who was in class as well. She throws on floor. Oh my gosh, that's so mean. Oh my gosh. No, that's so mean. That reminds me of when I was a kid. I made like an origami heart for this guy I liked. And I just like put it like on his desk. He didn't know who it was from. and I watched him take it and rip it up. It was sad. And Momo, hello! Yes, we're talking about cars in here. Welcome on in. Perfect timing, Momo. And, Piggles just wanted to prove there's no bad blood between me and Marco. Oh, well, point proven, Piggles. Point proven. Thank you again. And, let's see, Moon Scoopy, are you an actress? I am not. I did do an Advil commercial and a couple, like, local indie projects and stuff. That Advil commercial, I know it aired for 2 years because I got paid for it, but I never found it, so have no video evidence of it actually being, like, aired. But yeah, that was the extent of my acting stuff. It ended there. And yeah, not a fan. He didn't know who made the origami, but I think even if he knew, he would have ripped it up anyways. Sad. He was mean. Oh, wait, Subi-do! Wait! Subaru gang! I love my Subaru. And Emmy, nice to see you, and thank you for the hydrate. And Crash says to me, I have a friend that's a car guy. He gets speeding tickets all the time. He says to me that he kind of views them as a road subscription to drive fast. Crazy. Wait, if you get a certain amount of speeding tickets, don't you, like, get your license taken away? And oh, Emmy, hello, and I hope you're doing well as well. Nice to see you, Emmy, as always. Always so nice to have you in chat. All right, let me do the next one. Excessive jealousy. Ooh, excessive I feel like has to go in here. Though, okay, we've also, for context, we've been trying to organize them somewhat in a way where it's, like, also within the category, you know, like, within each category kind of ordering it. So, like, we were talking about how we think, we were kind of debating if inconsistent communication or dismissive of your feelings was, like, the worst one, and we landed on dismissive of your feelings. It's, like, the worst one. I feel like I still debate between which one of these two is worse. Personally, I just, like, so I have some personal experience with lack of emotional availability, so I feel like I really don't like this one, but I'm willing to be proven wrong on any of these. I've already had my mind change many times on a lot of these. And hello, hello, how are you? Nice to see you. And to answer your question, thank you for asking. I'm doing really well. Hello, and is that Lewis I see in the chat? Hello, Lewis. Oh my gosh. Wait, I didn't even, okay, for context, I was reading chat on, like, a smaller text box, like, smaller chat box. I didn't even see that at first. Oh my gosh, Lewis. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness. Lewis. Thank you. I hope you're having a good weekend. Happy Thanksgiving. I don't think I got a chance to say Happy Thanksgiving to you yet. But Lewis, really, thank you so much. Oh my gosh. Thank you. And you're doing okay? I'm glad to hear things are going okay. I hope, yeah, everything just keeps on going up. And my gosh, Lewis, thank you so much. You really care, and I know you really care, Lewis, truly. Like, it really just, I truly know that you really care, and gosh, it means the world to me, really. Like, your support really means the world to me. Thank you, Lewis. Truly. Thank you. I really just, most importantly, just appreciate again the fact that you've been here for the journey. And, like, I remember, like, back when I was posting rock climbing stuff, you were one of the people who, like, actually cared, and just, you actually care about, like, my journey and, like, as a person, like, growing emotionally and everything. So really, Lewis, thank you. I could not thank you enough. Really, thank you. Oh my gosh, you always got me just in shock, Lewis. Truly, thank you so much. Oh my gosh. Thank you. My goodness. Just appreciate you being here. Really, just, again, means the world to me. And thank you for the hydrate, Ha, as well. And I'm glad you're doing well, Ha. Glad you're doing well. It's nice to see you back in chat. Hope everything is going smoothly with your situation we talked about yesterday. Thank you again, Lewis, truly. I hope you enjoyed the topic today. If you ever want to chime in, feel free to. We're talking about some red flags. So feel free to just lurk and listen as well. It's been fun. All right, let me get back on the red flags. Let's see. Let me share the tab again, guys. Yeah, thank you again, Lewis, truly. Thank you. Can never thank you enough. Whoa. Is this showing correctly? Yeah, it looks good, right? Okay, we're good. I was being bad streamer. Getting all my tabs mixed up. Too many tabs. All right. Constantly negative. I feel like this is also... Oh my gosh, we are getting so many instant deal breakers. I just can't deal with that. I can't deal with like just negative. Yeah, I know. It's not like it's nowhere near as bad as dismissive of your feelings, but like, yeah, no, it's definitely still a deal breaker. And so I'm gonna take my leave. I'm locked in on Where Winds Meet. Oh my gosh, have fun with Where Winds Meet. It was really nice meeting you as well, Subidu. Yeah, thank you for chatting and enjoy. And Cappy, I'm depressed enough as is. Right, like I feel like life is already like hard enough as is. Like okay, right now I'm dating an optimist. Like somebody who's just like optimistic about life, motivated. And it really makes all the difference. Like being around people who are positive. Like it really just makes such a difference. So yeah. I don't constantly negative. I cannot. Disregards boundaries. Okay. These are all like they crashed this time I was saying earlier. These are all just like kind of, you know, kind of basic. But still, I feel like this is worse than constantly negative. I would say that. I would say this is worse than excessive jealousy. I would say this is worse than these. I would say it's like passive aggressive is bad, but I'll say this is even worse than that. No, I will say it is here. Yeah, no, Moon Scoopy. I kept thinking about it. I'm like, wait, like it gets more and more worse the more I think about it. And yeah, I think it'd be like really high up there. Yeah, I feel like I need to reorder these too. I think for me, picky eater's worse than choose loudly. And I still haven't done anything because she's been offline for 3 days. Plus, I like today's topic. I'm thinking of something to add. Cool, Ha. If you like, yeah, no, I like anybody. I would love to hear your thoughts. This is like meant to be super interactive. And if I say anything that you disagree with, please let me know because like I've had my mind change already. So yeah, no, and haven't done anything because she's been offline for 3 days. Noted. Hopefully, it's not an inconsistent communication situation. But yeah, best of luck for whenever you get a chance, huh? And Nick Brown, hello, welcome on in. Have you done karaoke before? I have, like just like for fun, but not on stream. But yeah, Nick Brown, are you a karaoke enthusiast? And Mason, oh my gosh, have fun on your stream. Thank you so much, Mason, for lurking and modding and just yeah, have a great stream, Mason. Have a great stream, guys. Please go show some love to Mason as well in the chat. My amazing mod. Let me shout you out, Mason, the chill guy. And oh, thank you, Nick Brown. You're very kind. Thank you. And let's see. Next flag. And Piggles put having the name Piggles in the green flag area. Ooh, you know what, Piggles? I will say, if it was like I didn't make this, but if it was on here, I would put having the name Piggles in. Actually, I like this. So just know that it is spiritually there. Piggles, you are spiritually in this category right here. And ooh, doesn't have the same music taste whatsoever. I feel like that is not the worst thing. Does anybody have any like any arguments against this? Because I feel like that's not the worst thing. It could be a lot worse. One-uppers. Ooh, I'm trying to decide between bad but manageable or instant deal breaker. I feel like it's annoying. And rage. Oh my gosh. Hello. It has been a long time. How are you? It's nice to see you again. Hope life has been good, Rage. Hello. Nice to see you. And I don't know where to put that. I'm not quite sure. One-uppers. I'm not quite sure. I feel like it's just not. Oh wait, I just realized I'm being a bad streamer. I'm sorry. I don't know why my tab keeps saying messed up like that. That is my bad streamer behavior. Is that looking better now? Hopefully that's looking better now. Just feel it. There we go. That's quite zoomed in. Okay. Yeah, hopefully that's looking better now. I don't know why it's doing that. Let's see. Okay, that's looking fine. I hope. All right. Excessively compliments. I feel like I like compliments. So I think could be good. Because I like a huge words of affirmations person. So I feel like I put it here. And crash test on me. A friend of mine who's married had completely different musical tastes with his partner. Over the years, they influence each other that they end up liking the music from each other. That's awesome. Wait. I love that. You know what? I'm gonna move this to could be good crash test on me. You've convinced me. It could be good. It could be good. I love that, actually. That's like, I feel like such a positive in relationships when you guys can like show each other new things. And all bao kimchi from Mark. Hello. Welcome on in. We got another Mark creator. Bao, it is nice meeting you. I hope all is well. We're just looking at some red flags right now and trying to rank them. If you have any takes, any hot takes, we would love to hear them. And Rage, life's been amazing. I'm still in uni, but something interesting has happened to me in the past few months. I managed to get into a relationship with a girl back in my hometown who used to be my classmate. That's so awesome, Rage. Oh my gosh. Congrats. It's all happened online. Wait, have you guys met in person yet? Or are you guys still doing long distance right now? I would love to hear long distance advice, Rage. I would love to. Never compliments. Oh, I can't, guys. I actually can't. That is instant deal breaker. That is worse than constantly negative for me. And Pickles, you like compliments? Well, damn, you're beautiful. Oh, Pickles, thank you. And damn, you are so kind, Pickles. Thank you. Yes, I am a very words of affirmation person, I must say. That is definitely one of my love languages. And Rage, ooh, I feel you. I feel like Rage, since, ooh, I've got news for you as well, Rage. I am now also in a different relationship, a long distance one now. So, again, any advice you have for long distance, would love to hear. And, Godspeed dang, nothing in the neutral zone. That is true, Godspeed, right. Nothing in these two. We gotta change that. Lots in the instant deal breaker, actually. Again, anybody who has hot takes or has different takes to these, I would love to hear. My mind is easily changed. Ooh, only compliments physical attributes. Ooh. Okay. So as somebody who like growing up was definitely like viewed as like kind of like the nerdy girl, like I definitely did not get compliments on physical attributes like throughout like my teenage years. So at least like when I first started getting complimented on my physical attributes after I glowed up, like my attitude towards them has been like, to me like physical compliments means a lot more than compliments like, oh, you're so smart or something, because I've heard like compliments about my personality and about like my brain and stuff my whole life, but like people like I did not get acknowledged ever for my looks. But I do feel like only ever complimenting physical attractiveness is something different. I feel like that even though again, like I feel like to me, even today, because I'm still not that far removed from high school, like I'm 20, right? So it's like I'm not that far removed from high school. So still I'm kind of like in that mindset of remembering just how like I was just, yeah, the nerdy girl, you know, whatever. Like still I feel like if somebody only ever complimented my looks, I don't think I could. I feel like that's still like bad. Even if to me it probably means more than to the average person hearing a compliment about my look. Like Cappy, you feel me on that? Yeah, yeah. I feel like especially having that perspective is like slightly different too, but still I think I'd put it on instant deal breaker. Maybe not instant, but definitely deal breaker. Definitely a deal breaker. And rage, I may not be the best person to ask for tips in a long distance because my uni is in the US. My hometown is 10.5 hours ahead. So when I'm awake, she is asleep, and she is awake when I'm asleep. Wait, rage, no, that's the reason why, like, you are a good person to give tips. Because right now, like, even though I'm doing long distance, we're in the same time zone. Because, like, Portugal and London, or Portugal and the UK are the same time zone. But, like, when I move back to Canada, we're gonna have, like, an 8-hour difference. So I need to know, like, how you manage that. Just anything, like, yeah. Like, do you guys call a lot or something? And constantly late. I feel like, to me, that's bad but manageable. I'll put it there. It's bad but manageable. Constantly late. And Pickles, I'm too old for that, but I do agree that if they only compliment you on physical, that's not worth it. Okay, noted. So you just still put it here then. Just, like, all the caveats aside. Noted. And last minute cancels. Again, I put it on... I'd definitely be disappointed. But it's like, as long as we're not always doing that, right? Wait, why is this in bad but manageable? No, this was supposed to be an instant deal. Did I put that there? Right, this was when I was being still more trying to be objective. Okay, you know what? I'm going to change this. I don't know why. Like, I just saw that. I'm like, why is that there? Different political opinions. Like, again, I've been there, done that. Been there, done that. Been there, done that. I'm gonna put that there. And Arte, thank you for the follow. Welcome on in. Hopefully I'm not butchering your name. Welcome. And Rage, in general, I say communicate as much as you can. I don't get much time during uni hours because I'm always occupied with some activity, and it makes the little time I do get with her so much more rewarding. Wait, Rage, that gives me hope, because, yeah, I do feel like that's what I was scared of, like, you know, not having enough time. But I like your perspective on actually, because the time you have with her is less, it makes you appreciate it more. Rage, thank you for sharing that. That does help a lot. It gives me hope, that's for sure. All right. Yeah, I don't know why I put that in bad but manageable. I don't know why. Rude to service or retail staff, that's definitely a deal breaker. We'll put that there. And Godspeed, I'm about to charge my phone and game. Have fun, Godspeed. I love how much gaming you're getting in. Have fun, Godspeed. Have fun. And does not have a single close friend. Guys, I think this is my red flag. I'm gonna put depends on the situation. I might be biased, but I think that's my red flag. I cannot lie. Like, I am not, like, I don't, it sounds bad, but, like, I have, like, friends and stuff, but that's my red flag. That is my red flag. There we go. That's something I am definitely guilty of. My goodness. Yeah, I cannot lie. Like, I feel like I used to have, like, close friends when I was, like, younger, but now it's like I still have friends, like, but, like, definitely, like, I'm nowhere near as close with, like, my closest friendships now are nowhere near as close as, like, just even, yeah, they're just nowhere near as close as my close friendships back in the day. So yeah, that is my red flag. And brags about how good of a liar they are. Okay, that's just weird as fuck. We're gonna put that right there. Goes to the gym every day. I like that. I'm trying to think of how that could be, like, a bad thing. Maybe, like, if they just, like, I mean, I feel like even, like, it's like going to the gym every day. It's like they're gonna get tired. It's not like gaming where it's like, oh, if they game every day, there's a possibility that, like, oh, they just, like, game for hours and hours and never, like, just, like, have a gaming addiction or something. But it's like going to the gym. It's not like they can, like, they're not gonna, like, spend, like, 9 hours at the gym, most likely, right? And then never goes to the gym. I would put that on depends on the situation, because I do think health is important. But I think, like, personally, I never go to the regular gym, you know, but I would rock climb and ski. So it could be totally fine if they never go to the gym, but, like, they gotta be doing some exercise. And has Oh my gosh, hasn't. I'm gonna respond to chats first because I feel like I'm gonna. This was a big one for me to unpack. And get safe home. Well. It is. If it isn't get safe home. Oh my gosh. Hello. How are you? Any updates? Crazy updates for us today? Get safe home. I went to buy chocolate bread today, and I thought of your comment yesterday about what was it? You're saying like I forgot what you were quoting about me, but something about like just yeah, me and chocolate bread. Health is important. A wise woman. Yes. Yes. Wise words. I know. First time you're hearing that. That's like this is like groundbreaking stuff, guys. Health is important. You heard it from me first. And rage, the long time gap is one thing that gives a good chance to communicate with self in individual lives. Around 10 p.m. for me is the next time she wakes up, so that's the time we usually talk besides text. Rage, you're giving me so much hope right now because like you're framing it in such a positive way. Because that is like me trying to be optimistic about long distance is saying like kind of like what you're saying, which is like, yeah, you know, like we both have a lot of goals, so maybe like we were put in this situation so we could focus on our goals and then come together when we've achieved our goals. So I love that you kind of have the same take there, Rage. And Crash says something, maybe he likes to hike, so hence never goes to the gym. Yeah, no, I think that is why like I'm definitely gonna put it in depends on the situation, because like yeah, like if they like to hike or something, then it's perfect, you know, like it's interesting, it's fun, no need to go to the gym. And Pickles, I spend 0 hours at the gym. Same here. And I used to be friends with a dude who was a control freak. It wasn't fun at all. Good to know. Yeah, that sounds not fun. No. That sounds not fun. Yeah, that's why controlling is here. That sounds not fun. I've also kind of had some experience with family members and like other people in my life. People who are just very like OCD and stuff. Just like very like perfectionist, like controlling. And get safe home. The L in Leisha W stands for let me finish this chocolate bread, right? And it is so true. Okay, I went grocery shopping this morning, get safe home, and I was like, okay, today I'm not gonna buy chocolate bread. I bought a lot of other food, like a lot of other good foods. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna eat this instead. But like I had to go back to the grocery store before starting stream because I just, no matter how much other food I ate, I just kept craving chocolate bread. Like I just could not feel full until I ate chocolate bread. And are those your red flags? Whoa, no. Okay, these are just like, I just found like a random tier list online. So these are not mine. I will say though, I feel like at least from what I know of, the one red flag that I have might be this one, does not have close friends. That might be me. But the others I would hope are not me. And Leo Fernandez, hello. Hope all is well. Hello. Hola back at you. And Pickles, health is not important. Imagine being me, nearly 40, and alcoholic is still doing good. Hey, sounds like you're in good health then if you're drinking. And sounds like a good life. And get safe home. I was gonna say you have more red flags than patient. No, I want to make it clear. These are not all me. I am not, what's something I should be able to say that these are not me. I am not, disrespects animals. And Rage, I'm gonna be going back home in the winter break so we can finally meet for the first time. Rage, I'm so excited for you. Are you nervous at all? Because I feel like whenever I see my long distance man, I get nervous beforehand. But that might just be me. But like, are you nervous at all? All right. Oh wait, I was avoiding talking about this one. Has a mental disorder, because I do feel like, okay, like obviously, like we don't want any stigma towards mental health in here, obviously, but I do want to say like it's like you have to know how to handle if somebody has like a mental disorder. You need to be able to be there for them, you know, like you need to be able to be there for them. And the thing is, like, here's the thing, like I would love to be able to be there for everybody in the world who is struggling, but like we realistically, like especially at different points in our lives, like depending on what's going on in your life, it can be easier or harder, you know, to to show up for people. Like, I feel like even at some points, it's like, even like being with somebody who does not have any like, you know, like anything for you to be a little more careful of, it can still be hard to just be in a relationship alone, let alone like, yeah, have like extra kind of boundaries and stuff to navigate. So I'm gonna put it on depends on the situation, but I feel like for where I am in life right now, I personally would just say like I don't know if I can take that on, but I'm gonna put it here. And Noob is me. Thank you for the follow. Welcome on in. Hello. And Mark is still here. Mark, I am honored to have you still here, and I am also inspired by Piggles. And guess safe home. How do you disrespect an animal? Man, I'm gonna go tell this goose to simp and flip him off. Hey, I think it's not guess safe home. Like, personally, if somebody like spoke to their dog like that, like not like as a joke, but was like genuinely like being rude to their dog, even if it's verbal and the dog cannot understand, still, to me, that's a red flag, you know? Like, why are you talking to your dog like that? You know? And, let's see. Crash test dummy, it's not like their fault if someone has ADHD and behaves in a certain way. It depends on how much you're willing to go with it. Yeah, exactly. It depends on, like, it's not like, it's a red flag for them to, like, be the way they are. It's more so of, like, how much are you able to deal with it? And yes, yeah, we're just putting it on the most neutral answer. I feel like just, it depends. And, Mark definitely deserves a Happy Meal. And guess safe home, what kind of disorder, like, has a train collection or dumb, or there are different types of disorders, right? There's so much of this is just, like, it depends on the situation. But, yeah, I guess that's why it fits into it depends as well. It's because, like, for example, like, I think of, like, yeah, like, there are certain, like, even, like, anxiety, depression, OCD, stuff like that, bipolar, it's, like, those, like, I do know, like, multiple people who, like, fall into those, and it's, like, yeah, like, whether it be a family member, a friend, a romantic relationship, it does come with, even, like, people who have, like, anxiety, it does come with, like, additional things to navigate, and a relationship is already, like, hard on its own. It's, like, depending on where you are in life, and depending on how compatible you guys are, like, it might just be harder to be compatible. Let's see, Rage, wait, you were nervous about the flight, you were saying? Fair enough. Plane journey, right? Yeah, I've been flying a lot lately. I feel that. And Rage, oh shoot, they add up to 26 hours. So okay, that's insane. I should not complain ever about my flight. Never complaining again, Rage. 26 hours is insane. And Rage, do you think the practices of religion you are not involved with really depends on the situation? Interfaith marriages are problematic. Ooh, okay, I put this here because, like, for me, like, as somebody who grew up non-religious but is also not atheist, I'm somebody who's very much willing to, like, and, like, not only non-atheist, but also, I've, like, I am, like, interested in different, like, beliefs and all that. Like, I'm somebody who's, like, so, like, I would be an example of somebody who's actually, like, willing to take on, like, a religion that's not mine, you know? But then it depends, because, like, maybe, like, yeah, like you're saying, if somebody already, like, has a religion, and they're not willing to switch, and they're marrying somebody who has, like, a different religion, then, yeah, that can definitely be an issue. So that's why I put on it depends. Because, like, I'm somebody who, like, I feel like it would be less of, like, an issue, but then for other people it would be a huge issue. And Crash just let me saying, is this an ad? An ad for what? And oh, you mean .sync's message? .sync, hello, by the way. You think you're organized with Notion or Evernote? Cute. I'm over here in Obsidian, weaving knowledge, linking every idea, and watching my brain map itself in real time. Backlinks check. Graph view glorious. While you scroll through bland pages, I'm connecting epiphanies like a cognitive spider. .sync, you came back ready to sell me on Obsidian. Damn. .sync, I respect you for stepping it up. I respect it. Weaving knowledge, linking every idea. You're selling me more and more each time you come in. Just know that, .sync. Every time you come in and chat, you sell me on it a little more. A little more. Hope you're doing well, Dot Sync. And yeah, not on Obsidian yet still though, but you are selling me slowly. And get safe home. True story. I would always say the worst things to my dog, but in a happy voice, he thought all the stuff I was saying was nice. Wait, get safe home. That's low-key considerate of you. That's considerate of you. Cause like, yeah, dogs is like all about tone. That's considerate of you. And one time he heard me in an argument and came running. Wait, I'm curious why you were arguing, I'm assuming with somebody else though, in that tone. I need to know about that. And wait, Piggles Grinch meals? Is that a thing? I need to search that up if that's around me. That sounds so cool. A Grinch Happy Meal? And get safe home. His name was Scratch and he thought Bad Dog. My good boy. Oh my god. Okay, get safe home. You're just trolling your dog. And the best part is he will never know. And it's honestly not doing that much harm. At least I can think of. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's just so in character for you. And Rage, as far as my religion goes, interfaith marriages are interesting because I'm allowed to marry someone of the book, such as Jews and Christians, but generally forbidden for the other. Interesting. So what do you say for you is more of an instant deal breaker then? Or is it still like, where would you put it? And I think being a reply time monitor is a big one for me. Ooh, like somebody who is like really on you for for having quick replies. Because that's interesting, because I've never thought, because I feel like we've only ever talked about people who take forever to reply being a red flag, but I've never looked at the reverse side of somebody who takes that stuff too seriously. So I'm glad you bring that up, because I've never thought of the reverse, but it's important to think of the reverse. No, I love that you bring that up. And Piggles, it was a Big Mac or a 10-piece nugget and big McChicken. Hey, that sounds good. That sounds good to me. I love McDonald's. Like, it will always be like, I feel like I will always choose McDonald's over like a fancy meal just because it tastes like it's so savory and good. Like the McDonald's fries are so good. And Rage, I put it in bad but manageable. Fair enough. You know, you're kind of selling me on that, because I do feel like, you know what, even now I'm thinking, it's like, even again with as somebody who I said I'm like malleable and willing to, like, as somebody non-religious, willing to take on like somebody else's religion, it's still like trouble. It's still like a whole process, you know, like it's still gonna be like, yeah, no, you know, Rage, you might be convincing me. I'll put it in not the worst thing, because it's like, again, I'm willing, but that doesn't mean I'm gonna have to put in a lot of effort to learn. You know, the more I talk about it, the more I'm like, yeah, it's just like, it's a lot of time. Even if I really want to, it's a lot of time. You know, Rage. See, this is why it's great to talk about it with you guys, because like, yeah, you changed my perspective there pretty quick. I think, yeah, it's definitely a little worse than I initially thought, just because I didn't think of how much effort it would be, you know, to do all that. And Hamza, welcome on in. Hello. We're just talking about some red flags here. Not my red flags, I should clarify. It's just random ones. I should have clarified that from the beginning. These are not just like my red flags, these are just in general red flags. And guess they've homie learned the words, not just a tone. Really? You can say treat in an angry tone and the dog will still come to investigate. True, that is so true, that's true. And Rage, my uncle's parents were an interfaith and his dad was made to marry another girl. Really? Wait, that's so sad. Oh my gosh. That's so sad. And Piggles, it's a little Grinch snow globe when he has a Maka's shake. Oh wait, that's so cute. I like how like my two very different tones there. That's so sad. That's so cute. No, but wait, that's so cute. I low-key, I want to see if I can get my hands on that Piggles. And I mean, like, someone who gets mad when reply late, like less than an hour. Right. That's so valid. That's so valid. I feel like, yeah, it's like somebody who like takes forever to reply is a red flag, but also somebody who gets mad at you for not replying instantly is also a red flag. I think we can probably mostly agree on that. And not a fed furry, I know these red flag. Ooh, okay, let's talk about furry. I agree that I'm gonna put it in bad but manageable. I feel like it's like it's manageable. And Pickles, can we put choose loudly up a tier and I would send you a picture of it if I could. Ooh, wait, okay. Pickles, I feel like a lot of people would agree with you. Because this is why I have this video pulled up. It's because I was trying to search up what loud chewing actually was. And a lot of people were just taken aback by the sound of this video. So, you know what? Every time I play this video, I get a little more sold. I'm sorry, Crash Test Dummy. Okay, Crash Test Dummy, hey, you might have had to listen to that again, but at least like now we've moved it up a category, okay? And Mason came back just to say that. Oh my gosh. And Pickles, I do have a Discord in case you want to join and send the picture. I'd love to see it, but no pressure at all. No pressure at all. Just in case you want to. And Rage, my homie is also in an interfaith relationship, and the girl he's in love with is not one of the book, like Jewish Christian, and her family already hates him. Damn, really? Shoot. Okay, Rage, you're really convincing me to move this up, because that sounds just tough. That's just like sad and tough. And Guess Safe Home just says, I have a phone for work, women and work women. Wait, is that just you stating that, or are you asking us to rate how much of a red flag that is? And Hamza, what is Rastafaris? Their flag. Oh, is that like a country's flag? I'm sorry, you sound somewhat uneducated right now. And Crash Test Dummy, guys that smoke weed. Ooh, as a Canadian, wait, there is one on weed here. Wait, is there? Where is it? Just smokes. Okay. First of all, I'm gonna put smokes in. I actually, my man smokes a lot, and I can't lie. It's hot. And Rage, why is this even a flag? Red flag. Rage, you know, if you ask my female friend group, almost every single one of them would say that's a red flag. Like, really. Like, almost every single one of them would say it's a red flag. In Canada, it is, like, very frowned upon to smoke cigarettes. Weed, for some reason, is, like, more normal than cigarettes. Like, cigarettes are so frowned upon. But, yeah, I actually kind of like this. And, oh, wait, Rage, you were not talking about smoking. You were talking about the live with the parents. Why is this even a red flag? Because it depends on, like, it depends on how old the person is and why they're living with parents and their attitude towards it. So, like, let's say, like, we're talking, like, a super, like, just somebody who, like, they live with their parents and then they spend really irresponsibly and they treat their parents badly, then it's, like, that's a huge red flag. Or they take for granted the fact that their parents are letting them live at home. You know? It's, like, then that's, like, definitely a red flag. Like, if they're, like, disrespecting their parents or, like, you know, like, just stuff like that. But it's, like, if they are, you know, like, living at home and really, like, using that as an opportunity to save money and stuff, or even just, like, living at home and, like, just living nicely with their parents, not being, like, you know, taking that for granted, then it's fine, you know? And, let's see. Crush this on me. I mean, I wouldn't be able to be with a girl that smokes. I mean, that's because it wouldn't work. Fair enough. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, that's totally fair. I know for a lot of people it's a deal breaker, which is really fair. Like, personally, like, I didn't smoke until I met my man, pretty much. And I still, like, when I'm not with him, I don't smoke. And even when I am with him, I smoke less than him usually. But, like, it's never been something that bothered me ever. So I think that's also a difference. It's like, even before, when I would see people smoke, it would never bother me. The smell doesn't bother me. The whole, like, yeah, just, it doesn't, like, hurt. I see Ha saying, like, yeah, it doesn't give me, like, chest pain, but I totally understand if somebody, like, it gives them, like, chest pain or they just don't like the smell, then I can totally understand why it's a deal breaker. Yeah, I gotta be honest, I find it really hot when he smokes. I can't lie. I'm gonna put that here. I cannot lie. Wait, why is it not letting me move this? There we go. And Hamza's just talking about spiciness. Hey, I agree. A little bit of spicy is good. I have a bad spice tolerance when it comes to food, but when it comes to humans, I like a bit of spice. That is for sure. And ooh, constantly brings up an ex. I can't. Wait, I wish Cappy and Mason were here to see this. The lacks empathy one is so funny. It's like an inside joke on this channel because I once got a comment about me lacking empathy while playing a video game. If only they were here to see this. Wait, I need to send this. I need to send a screenshot to them on the Discord. Let me do that real quick. I'm just gonna screenshot this. Lacks empathy. Wait. Let's go on Discord real quick, guys. I should probably not be sharing my screen while I do this. Bad streamer once again. I don't think I exposed anything, did I? No, it's all good. Pretty standard stuff. Workday, Office, Notion, Amazon, Tableau, Oyster Card. Yeah, very standard stuff. Did not dox myself there. Okay. Just gonna quickly send that to them. Wait, Mr. Pickles! Wait, I see the, oh my gosh. Wait. I see the snow globe. Wait, you got that from McDonald's? Oh my gosh. Wait, that is a green flag. That's a green flag. That's a green flag. And I'm gonna add Cappy. Thank you so much for sharing, Mr. Pickles. Just in case you're not listening, I'm gonna write, I love this. Wait, I'm replying to the wrong person. Oh wait, okay. Let me write one message at a time. At Cappy. And then, oh gee, that's so much better than I expected. I love green flag. Okay, there we go. There we go. And, oh, you're here. It's so crazy. That's from McDonald's. That's so crazy. So crazy. And Mason is here for the lacking empathy. And did you forget I stream lurking on all at the same time? Mason, you are a fucking superhuman. I need to shout you out again. You are a superhuman. Oh my god. Wait, I'm curious. How do you lurk while streaming? Do you have like earbuds in where you listen? That is just superhuman. My gosh. And Miracle Boy, welcome on in. Hello. Been laying here thinking about a red flag. Ooh, have you come up with anything? If not, totally fine. We've got more than enough here. I did not come up with these, by the way. But like, yeah, we've got more than enough here to talk about. You can just comment on these if you want. Share your opinion or just continue lurking. Whatever floats your boat. Amazing. Put it at the very top. All right, let's do it. Let's put it. Lacks empathy. Oh my gosh. And let me catch up some chats real quick. Rage. I grew up with people who smoked a lot, but I myself do not smoke. I got really addicted 3 years ago, but managed to let go of the addiction. Oh, that's great. Yeah, I will say, like, every time I smoke, I can't help but just think of health. Like, so I feel that. Like, I just can't help but think of it. It's just like, yeah, it's obviously not great. Obviously. Not just not great, it's bad, obviously. But we all pick our poisons. And Rage, as far as my partner goes, smoking doesn't bother me too much, but if it's that bad, then yeah, massive red flag instantly. Interesting. It's like that bad isn't just like a lot, like very often. And Crash says something. Funny thing is, there was a time that I was more tolerant of smoking and even did so myself, but at one point I just said no more, and that was it. Fair enough. And I do feel like, yeah, it makes more sense that people who have like a history of smoking but quit view it as a bigger red flag than me who does not, you know. And Get Safe Home. Hey, Alicia W, you're a woman. What is your male hobby ranking list? Oh my gosh. Okay. Wait. Get Safe Home. Wait. I feel like I need to make like a red flag tier list, but just with male hobbies. Because I feel like... Okay, as a rock climber, as an avid rock climber and skier and stuff, I can say, like, I don't know, I would not put it as a red flag, as a red flag, but I will say, like, um, like, it does come with, you should be prepared for certain, like, lifestyles and certain personality types if you were to date somebody, a man specifically in that field or in that hobby, you know. So I feel like that's what I think of. And then, like, I don't know, like, I'm obviously biased, but as somebody who is very into, like, you know, like, content and like, I was really into acting and stuff and just, like, more artistic things, I do really like, over, not just, like, I love that my man is, like, into, like, really into art and music and film and stuff. I love the artsy man. I gotta say. And yes, I filmed. I watched those Stolen Valor fake Navy SEAL exposed videos while working out, and for some reason everyone hates that. I get to public gym, but I did it at home once, and my lady friend was like, wait, what? I've never seen it. I don't even know what videos you're talking about. And while working out is crazy. Wait, do you watch it, like, without headphones on or something? Like, I need more context there. And Mason, okay, wait, let's see what Mason's method is. Whenever I do streams where I just draw or anime, I can easily just play the stream in the background with music since it's supposed to be a cozy vibe. Wait, I'm so honored, Mason. Oh my gosh. Aw. Wait, I'm so honored to be in the background, truly. Thank you, Mason. I'm honored. And I love the cozy vibes in your stream, really. I love the cozy vibes. So, I'm honored. And I like your methods. Alright, let me share my screen again. I don't know why I unshared it. Let me open it back up. And Rage, my homie, could only go on dates with this girl, and if I was him, otherwise his family would not have allowed him. And unfortunately, instead of healthily third wheeling, I often spent a lot of time chain smoking cigs down the window areas, letting them roam around. Oh, interesting. Oh wait, you meant your homie could only go on dates with this girl if you were with him? That's such an interesting situation. It's such an interesting, like, smoking origin story. Like, at least, like, an escalation of smoking story. That's so interesting. Huh, wow. And yeah, oh my gosh, the whole forbidden relationships thing, that pain is also just, don't want to deal with that again. Just, like, family getting involved, that's, like, a family red flag to me. Like, and, Crash test on me, like, every wall in the home becomes a boulder. I mean, just, like, kind of, or just, like, the way they dress is a certain way, like, just the athleisure. I'm not a fan of athleisure, and just, like, a lot of things like that, you know, just, like, there are certain character traits, I feel like, or just characteristics of very, like, mountain sports people, like, just kind of wearing, like, yeah, they're definitely not, like, usually into fashion. That's a generalization. There are some climbers I know that are into fashion, but generally they dress how you would expect them to dress on a daily basis. And Pickles can't find a photo of my steak ramen. Oh my gosh, wait. Oh my gosh, you're making me so hungry. I feel like maybe it's a good thing you can't find it, just because I'm gonna be so hungry if I see it. I'm gonna need to, like, go to find a store that's still open right now and buy some instant noodles. And let's see, not a fed man who fixes cars. Good man. Ooh, I will say, that is quite I feel like generally women find that trait quite attractive. That is true, not a fed. And Rage, I was also at a point in my life those days where I was really disappointed with my life, so his girlfriend even tried talking to me over what I was doing with my life, so I changed so much. Really, wow. And they wanted their kid to not get into bad influence, so they thought that if he roamed with me, someone they viewed as a good kid, he'd be fine. That's so interesting. That is so interesting. Yeah, get safe home. I can see why you laugh at that. Yeah, that is really interesting. That's an interesting perspective. Parents can be interesting. And Crash test dummy Patagonia fleeces and hard shells. Yup, you know it. And Pickles, you're gonna make me hungry. Nope, my bad. Click on the wrong tab. Okay, there we go. There we go. Sometimes I forget. All right, let's go to the next one. I don't know why neurodivergent and neurotypical are on here. Like, they're just... Actually, maybe it kind of falls into just, like, what we're talking about with the mental disorder, where you do need to be able to accommodate. I'll just leave those there. References outdated gender roles. Here's the thing, though. Depends on the situation for me. Because it depends on what they mean by outdated. Because I do feel like, for example, like, I used to be super, like, split 50-50, all that. And I thought that's what I wanted, but now I'm in, like, a quote-unquote more traditional relationship, but I'm actually loving it a lot more. So I feel like it really depends on what they mean by that. Like, if they mean, like, just somebody who makes comments like, oh, women, you're a woman, go wash the dishes, and obviously that's, like, instant deal breaker. But it's like, if it's just, like, taking on more traditional roles, I feel like it depends. I know, no, get safe home. It was the parent that said the friend had to be on the date. You were about to hear P. Diddy music? I need to react to P. Diddy music. I've never heard his music. Do you have any Rex Get Safe Home? Any recommendations? And ooh, one word replies. Guys, I always thought that would be like a pretty bad thing. But actually, I'm going to put it on depends on the situation, because my man, he does not, again, like I was saying this earlier, he is not a fan of texting. So, like, a lot of times he'll just like my message. Like, just like it. He won't even, like, give me a one-word reply. But the thing is, we're talking about, it relates with the whole consistent communication thing. Because, like, we know our dynamic. And, like, I've always known that, like, he's that type of person that, like, hates texting. But I know that, like, when we see each other in real life, or, like, when we call and stuff, like, I know that, like, he prefers to save everything for that, which is why he does not, like, text that much. So it could actually not be a bad thing. I never thought, like, usually it is, but I feel like I found the exception, you know? And you might have found it. Ooh, Pickles, is it in the Discord right now? I'm ready to be hungry. And never been in a relationship. I feel like that could almost be a good thing. Yo, Crash Test Dummy. Oh my gosh. Okay, my dad, if you look at our chat log, it is exactly that. Yeah, no, like, everything I could be saying to my dad, like, I would send him, like, a huge paragraph, like, explaining, like, being like I would be, like, scared to tell him something, like, for example, when I first chose to, like, start, like, flying to Portugal every few weeks ago, like, you know, meet my long distance boyfriend. I was, like, so nervous telling him, like, oh, like, you know, I'm dating Rafael now, and, like, I'm gonna be flying to Portugal, and, like, trying to explain and justify, be like, oh, I'm using my own money, don't worry, and, like, stuff like that. And then, like, I spent so much time, like, justifying it. He just went, like, with a one emoji. And you know what? That works. One, not even a word. Just an emoji. And it works. And, Get Safe Home. 112, Only You is funnier knowing what he did. Oh, God. Should I listen to it? Is this, like, I should listen off-stream situation, Get Safe Home? I guess there's copyright anyways. I low-key am curious. And, okay. Pickles, let me pull up the Discord real quick. Give me a moment. Let me pull it up. I can't save home. We're about to pull it up in chat. Ooh, oh my gosh. Pickles, that looks so good. Oh my gosh. Those noodles are thick. And those eggs. Oh my gosh. I like how... Wait, I just processed that. Steak in ramen? I just processed that. That's kind of wild. I don't think I've ever seen that. But... Oh my gosh, that looks so good. I need to look away right now. I'm actually getting hungry. Like, my mouth is, like... I'm not saying this, like, metaphorically. Like, it's actually watering right now. I get hungry so easily. Oh my goodness. My goodness. I have to look away. All right, back to the tier list just before I just, like, need to go and eat food. No joke. All right. Is that Mr. Tika? At what, 2-3 a.m.? Hello, Mr. Tika. How are you? How are you? Oh my gosh. And Pickles, I know it's good. I know it's good. Oh my goodness. I know it's good. You're just really rubbing it in. Mr. Tika, 3:50 a.m. Oh my goodness. What, have you been out? What is going on? Gaming? I respect the DGen hours. Alright, what's another red flag? Makes plan for the future without consulting your preferences. Okay, that's pretty bad, but I feel like it's hard to imagine. I feel like I put it in bad, but like depending, maybe you can talk through it. Maybe I put it there. And Mr. Tika, we had an away game and we were driving back home overnight. Oh my gosh, really? Are you like in a bus right now or something? Wow, crazy. 10-hour drive. Whoa. Are you taking like a Flixbus or something? And crash test dummy is bad, but not the worst thing in the world. Yeah, I agree with that. It's bad, but it's like not as bad as like the other ones in the instant deal breaker category. I agree with that. And get safe home. Just the opening and the chorus is funny because he's like, I thought I told you that we won't stop. I like how you typed out the nah and Mr. Tika in a bus. Well, I hope you get some rest. Do you plan on sleeping? Are you the type of person who's able to sleep in a bus or plane? And not a Flixbus. We ordered an entire bus all to ourselves. Damn, you are fancy. I like it. Flixbus. I see so many memes about Flixbus now that I'm getting recommended like more local reels and stuff, you know? And let's see. What's another one I want to look at? Ooh, gamer. I feel like it could be good, is what I'm going to say. It could be good. It could be good, gamer. I'm going to put it there. I mean, we're gamers in the chat. A lot of you guys I met through gaming, so I'm going to say it could be good. It could be good. I guess if home listen to it, that net is accurate. I don't doubt that. I don't doubt that. I actually don't doubt that. I don't doubt that at all. Enraged gamer depends on the situation, in your opinion. Ooh. Valid. That's valid. I do think... Right, because I feel like... Okay, I also did not make these categories, but I feel like could be good. They put it as, like, second best, which I feel like, to me... Could be good still doesn't sound that certain about it, but it's like so high up this list. Right. No, Rage, you're convincing me. I'm gonna put it on depends. And that's the greenest game flag ever? Or do you mean just the greenest flag? Okay, wait, are you saying gamer's the greenest flag ever? Is that what you're saying? And Pickles, I'm the type of person that can sleep anywhere. My friend took a photo of me resting on just my shoulders and my calves. Impressive. And honestly, Pickles, I'm kind of like that too. I just fall asleep like instantly. And an extra word just snuck on in there. Fair enough. It happens. And Mr. Tika, I can't call this sleeping. It's more like falling asleep and waking up every now and then. Not much of a deep sleep. Fair enough. Yeah, especially in buses, I guess. That can be kind of like a painful feeling. Like, you know, when you just like nod off and then suddenly like your head just kind of like does that thing. I've done that before where it's like that whole thing. Oh, that's painful. All right. There's so many. We're definitely not getting through all of these, but. Ooh, early bird versus night owl. I feel like I'm very neutral about it. It does not matter to me. Do you guys have strong opinions on that? To me, it like does not matter. It does not matter. I think it's whatever. And always want to eat out. Ooh. Okay. I think it depends. I'm going to put it in... Because it depends on if they're paying or not, you know? Maybe, I feel like maybe this was... I wonder if this was made by, like, a man. Or no, because I do feel like... Because, like, if I was in, like, a 50-50 situation and they always want to eat out, then, like, I just can't afford to do that. But it's like if they're paying, then it's like, you know. I mean, even then I'd be like, don't you want to like save your money? I'll put it in not the worst thing, because it's like, and also eating out is not always the most healthy. So I'll put it there. And Mr. Tika, I am more suspicious of morning people. Interesting. Why? Do you suspect they're like doing coke or something? And Mr. Tika, why is Gamer there? You can take up that beef with Rage, okay? I initially put it as could be good, but Rage kind of sold me on depends. Because it's like, you know, what if they like give up all their responsibilities, you know? Listen, we're gamers in this chat, so obviously we love gamers, but... And oh, we got more beef starting in the chat between Pickles and Mr. Tika. Mr. Tika's just bringing in the beef. Alright. And furry is manageable as deal breaking. Listen, Mr. Tika, I just don't have enough experience with furries. Okay, what to you is like bad about furries? I don't know enough about being with a furry to be able to speak to this. But I love that you are bringing in the opinions. That's what we want. Some hot takes in here. Ooh, is against swearing? I feel like I would put that as a deal breaker, just because like I don't like people who police other people too much and stuff like that. And I swear too. I could not actually. I actually could not. I like how I have that above the furry thing. That is funny to look at. And does not ever. Oh, deal breaker. Alert, deal breaker. I feel like, yeah, deal breaker. Does not ever dress for a date. I think it's a deal breaker. And what's a furry actually? Ooh, Crash Test Dummy. Let me try to find a reference image for you. But people who like, their kink is to dress up as animals, I think is the best way to put it. Okay. A furry is someone with an interest in animal characteristics animal characters that have human characteristics. Wait, that makes it sound weird. Wait, do they fall in the whole do bronies fall into furries? Wait, would it be inaccurate for me to explain it as like, imagine them, but they're like, you know, hooking up like that? Is that inaccurate to say? I don't want to misrepresent furries here. And Purple Buzz, I briefly had a coworker that was a furry. Very weird dude. Crazy looking up furry without going to incognito mode. Okay, I'm like kind of convinced now to put furry a little bit higher. We're gonna put it, I feel like it's not as bad as like dismissive of your feelings, you know? That's a hard deal breaker. It's not like as bad. But okay, I also have does not ever. Okay. Wait, what if they? But okay, would you consider dressing up as a furry? Dressing up for a date? Okay, I'm just gonna put it there. I'll put it there. Mr. Tika saying furries definitely dress up all right. That is true, right? Oh my gosh. And Mr. Tika, you make a good point about the gamer thing too. That's not being a gamer, that's being depressed and lonely. Interesting. I wonder. And Law Sauce McGee and Get Safe Home bonding over the pickles. I'm sorry, guys. Wait, where is that? I didn't even see that. Is that even on here? I don't know. I like pickles, but it's not like a big deal to me. And that is true. You make a good point. A furry would probably want to date a furry anyway. So maybe the fact that I'm not a furry would make me a red flag to the furries. And if you dressed up as a furry, you would technically be dressing down. Pickles, can I find Crash a game on Steam? Wait, what's Crash a game? Is that a joke that's going whoosh over my head right now? And Purple Buzz, I don't know if I could ever date someone who wants to go down on a dog. Okay, valid. Let's put furry here. And Long Sauce McGee, I don't know if it's on here. It was just one for me. Long Sauce McGee, I swear I saw that on one of the tier lists I was looking at. Maybe this one. There's a different one too. I was debating between these two, but this one's a little more... I don't like this one as much. One of them I did see the pickles one, actually, though. And yeah, no, Get Safe Home. You are making tons of friends. You're making just tons and tons of friends. And, oh, Crash a Furry Game. Oh, wait, did I misread that? What did you say? Oh my gosh. If there's a furry game, I would love to see it on Steam. And Mr. Sika, there were some hotels who banned furries from holding their furry convention because of their degen hygiene. All right, we're gonna leave that here then. I'm convinced. And ooh, only hobbies include a TV, video game, or computer. I feel like I'm gonna put this as not the worst thing, because again, like, being a gamer, I feel like it's not the worst thing, you know? And Crash has some, yeah, I wouldn't put a gamer so high up. It's a profession, hobby. It all depends on how you manage it. Like an athlete, certain athletes have to make certain sacrifices, and it all depends. Well, I guess it's in the right place. Depends. Right, exactly, right, Crash? I do think, like, yeah. At first, I was gonna put it, like, around here, but then as I talked about it with Rage, as kind of like what you were doing there, talking out, it's like, wait, yeah, it depends, you know? And whoa, Get Safe Home, how did we go from friendship to cult? Your words, not mine. Whoa now. And there's a list of furry games on Steam. We might have to do a bit of a reaction, Pickles. You've got me. You've piqued my interest there. You've piqued my interest. Do you have any? Are there any that stand out to you? Are there any that you have played? And Disregarded Boy, welcome on in. Choose Loudly is probably my only one. Ooh, interesting. Okay, good thing it is, we put it here. Welcome on in again. And oh my gosh, Disregarded Boy. I've played this video 4 times already today, right? 4 times. Because I was trying to decide how I felt about Choose Loudly. Do I want to play it again? Do I want to scare... Okay, Crash us. No, don't worry. No, we're good. I'm not gonna play it. Oh my gosh. Doc, she's in GB. Oh no, guys. Yeah, no, I've been a lot less scared of disclosing my location now that I'm in the EU. I don't know why. Like, I just full on talk about being in London, and I'm like, whatever. But for some reason, like, before in I think it's because in Canada, it's just like things were so sparsely like spread apart, where it's like, I felt like if I were to like scream, if I don't know, I was being stalked, like nobody would even hear me. It would be like if a tree fell in the forest and no one was there to witness it or whatever. But it's like in London, there's so many people, you know, where it's like, weirdly enough, being like, that does mean more crime because more people, but also at the same time, for some reason, it gives me the illusion of being safer because like there's tons of witnesses everywhere, you know? And Canada has like 5,000 people. Yeah, no, Canada is definitely, I much prefer a place that's just more packed with people, just personally. So yeah, London's been just amazing. And Long Sauce McGee, extremely indecisive, is definitely almost a red flag. I like how you said definitely, but then almost. Long Sauce McGee, you gotta commit to your opinions. I think indecisive is a red flag. I agree. Is it on here? I feel like I saw it on here. So many on here. And show some of the yellow and greens. I need to vet this further and correct the injustices. Wait, yellow and greens. What does yellows and greens mean, Mr. Tika? I actually have no idea what you're talking about. And Scarlet Maiden isn't a furry game, but I have played it. Furry Shades of Grey is a start. Yo, Piggles. Okay, let's do one more red flag, and I'm gonna have to look at that. I can't lie. I'm gonna have to look at it. Let's see. Was there an interesting one I want to talk about? Oh wait, I found it. Long Sauce McGee, I agree. That is I'm gonna put it at bad but manageable. Just cause again, I mean, putting this in the same category as like these, it's just not as extreme. Don't look at it on stream. Oh really? Okay, is it like banned on Twitch? Cause I didn't think it was that bad. I think I'm like not realizing the extent to which furries are crazy. And Cappy, what did you miss? You missed a good deal here. And furry. Okay, Cappy, I put furry here. I was putting furry here, but they managed to convince me to put it here. What do you think on furries, Cappy? Because I was gonna put it a little lower. In the tier list, what did you? Oh, I see. Okay, Mr. Tiga. Wait, let me see the screen. Oh, it's more zoomed in than I think it is. Okay, there we go. I'll leave it here for now. While I look at the other ones. Furry is S tier above red. Oh my gosh. And disregarded boy, I didn't realize what a not red flag I am. Hey, that's awesome. Me too, honestly, because I'm like, there are like a couple that apply to me, but for the most part, I'm like, doing okay. And Pickles is probably not that bad, but depends on viewers too, I guess. Right, okay, fair enough. Because I do feel like viewers, I'm assuming in this chat, we're all like, you know, we're all chill with the furry games on Steam. But I do know like there's some games that Twitch bans, but I don't know how Twitch feels about furries. And Cappy, if you aren't into it yourself, I would say no. So situational. Right, that's what I was thinking. But people seem to have some pretty strong opinions on furries. And ooh, Mr. Tika, okay, the smokes one. I gotta be honest, like, my man, he smokes a lot. And like, I can't lie, I find it so hot. I cannot lie, I find it so hot. So I had to put it there. I just find it so hot. And yet Safe Home tries to act cool is on there. What about acts cool ironically? Acts cool ironically. I feel like that's like funny. I'm gonna assume that's just being funny. And Pickles is more so the fact they're sexual. Right, okay. Right, I need to keep in mind just how sexual furries are. I think I'm underestimating that. And Cappy, I have breathing problems, so smokes are a deal breaker for me. Right, we were talking about that. And yeah, I feel like if I were making like an objective red flag list, I would definitely put it on like more on this side. But it's just like, because I'm the one who makes the call here. No, just personally, I put it here. But I would generally put it up there. And amazing. How come Leisha W isn't one of the options? Honestly, good question. Good question. Good. I mean, no, wait, Mason. I'm right here. What do you mean? I'm right here. I'm right here. And Cappy, I want to say most furries are just like the style art, but there's a bunch that are really into like it and like no shame, but if you aren't also the same kinks, it gets awkward. Right, that's fair. And I do feel like it's like a very specific kink too. So that's probably, yeah. And I once saw a bunch of furries doing stuff I don't think I can say to pizza after that phrase because of big, okay, noted, big red flag, noted. And Mason good put Leisha W and instant deal breaker. Look, I'm there. Mason saw the lacks empathy one and was like, put it at the top, an instant deal breaker. And instant heartbreaker on Pickles. I hope not. And Armand, nice to see you again. Welcome back, Armand. We're just looking at some red flags in here. Hello. And ooh, what else? Oh, this is a tough one. We were talking about this yesterday, the whole watching porn. That's a tough one. I feel like my opinion on that has changed so much because I used to be more okay with it, but now I'm like, yeah, now I'm like, I feel like it all obviously depends on the relationship dynamic, but I will say, like, I used to be like at like almost like could like in the green, but now I'm putting it like a lot further down. You know what? I'm gonna put it here. It used to be a lot, again, it used to be here, but now I've changed actually, which is, I feel like I feel like usually you might expect the other way around, where it goes from like thinking it's like the worst thing to like being like kind of opening your mind to it. But actually no, for me it's like the opposite, where like at first definitely like more okay with it, but now not so much now. And Cappy, I feel bad for furries. It's a small group coloring opinions of the other. Wait, could you clarify what you mean by that? Like, you mean like, oh, you mean like it's a small group of extremes that are kind of like making and people think the whole group is that extreme? And a lot further down moves. Oh, wait, okay, I should clarify. As in, it used to be like, okay, I should stop talking it up or down because it's like confusing. It used to be like not, and it used to be like, I used to like full transparency like watch a good deal of, we should say the word corn just to be TOS safe. But like now, like I am starting to realize like the impacts it has. Because I used to be like, oh, like what impacts? It doesn't impact anything. But now I'm like, oh, I realize. So I'm starting to move it towards from like green essentially to more towards a yellow orange. Does it make a difference if it's animated? I feel like for me it's less so like the corn itself, like what they watch, but it's more so like kind of just like the relationship dynamic, if that makes sense. 'Cause I do feel like I've now experienced a relationship where both parties watch corn and, you know, like just kind of like have that whole mindset of like, oh, like, you know, like just very, very open about like, yeah, like, you know, being attracted to other people while in a relationship and stuff like that. I've experienced that side of it. But then I've also now experienced a relationship that's super, super like committed and like very like, you know, we'll try to like just like really like save those feelings for when we see each other and stuff like that. So I do prefer that new dynamic over the older one, I will say, by far. So that's why my opinion has changed. And Ha, take care, Ha. I've enjoyed you being here. Thank you for your contributions. And it was nice seeing you again, Ha. I'll talk to you soon. Take care. And not a Fed. What rank is drug dealer? Ooh, I feel like drug dealer, I'd be scared of like getting involved and getting shot. So it would be an instant deal breaker. I'd just be scared of like getting involved and then like somehow like just getting caught in the middle, you know. Is it on here? I feel like it should be. Maybe it's not. But yeah, no. For me, drug dealer would be a deal breaker mainly because I just don't want to get involved, you know. And get safe home. Here's one. After one day, a girl found out where I worked and brought me a home-cooked meal at my job. Then she found out where I lived through my work. Okay. The home-cooked meal, I feel like it distracts from how scary that can be. Or not that can be, how scary that is. And gave them meal, not fed. Wait, what? Okay, as in like she gave you the meal. She didn't like feed you it with a spoon. Okay, I see what you're clarifying. Yeah, I feel like that the home cooked meal part distracts from like how actually scary that can be. Amazing. From my understanding about furries, that fact that it's entirely kink fetish based is a misunderstanding. Some just enjoy movies, shows. Oh, really? I need to look more into that, Mason. Yeah, because I feel like my impression of it was that it was not like that extreme, you know? But then you guys clearly proved me wrong. And the tutor Jay, hello, it's been a while. Nice to see you again. Welcome back. Hope all is well. How's life? And Mr. Tika, we don't whitewash furries. Crazy statement. Mr. Tika has strong opinions about the furries. And I like how Bagels just said only if it's inbred. Oh, I love this chat. Alright. Let's see. Does not have a degree, not working towards one. I actually kind of I like it. Or I'll put it in could be good, just because like only because like sometimes there's like again, like I'm dating somebody who does not have a degree and is not working towards one, and I love it because he is still so driven, and him like not pursuing a degree is actually helping him in like his goals and stuff. So I love that, and I feel like I honestly should have not pursued a degree either. So it could be good, but it's like if somebody's like not pursuing a degree but also just doing nothing with their life, and that's different, you know. That's like different. Like if they're just like not working at all, not yeah. So I'll put it in could be good. And get safe home. I gave a meal to my coworker. I was like, I'm not eating that. Fair enough. Could be scary. Yeah, you don't know if it's somebody new you're dating. You never know. Maybe somebody's trying to kidnap you. Get safe home. And Mason, people's impressions of furries being entirely sexual is pretty much the same as how some people think all anime is hentai. Right. That's a good comparison, Mason. That's a good comparison. Right. That is a really good comparison, actually. And Mr. Tika, this is not about red flags or green flags. This is what Leisha's BF is like. You know what, Mr. Tika? I will say he has shaped a lot of my standards now for relationships. Because I feel like he's made me realize what is possible. Because I feel like especially before I've been told by men just like certain things are just like, oh, that's just like so unrealistic, or just like not even being told by men, but just like I didn't know what was possible. I always try to be like, oh, I'm like somebody who always wants to be really realistic, but now being with this man, I'm like, wait, like I'm realizing like that relationship that I've dreamt of, like that dream man. I can actually have that dream man. Like that actually exists. It's not just some like my standards aren't just like impossible, you know? And Tutor J, what do you say? All corn is harmful. Kind of going back to what you talked about. Ooh, Tutor J. Okay, I feel like again, like I feel hesitant putting it here. I might even move it. I'm gonna move it to yellow actually, just because like I still want to make this list like it's definitely biased towards me like with the smoking and stuff. But I do feel like there's some stuff where I want to be more general. Because again, as somebody who used to watch corn quite regularly, to this day, like even though I don't anymore, I still wouldn't call it like harmful. You know, I still wouldn't call it harmful. Obviously, I'm no psychology student. I don't know about like the effects it has on the brain and stuff. I wouldn't call it like harmful, but I will say like it really depends on the type of relationship and stuff that you want. Like it does like it can get addicting or become like a habit, and also like it, as a result, when something becomes a habit or part of your like regular routine, it can desensitize you to certain things. I do feel like I did experience it kind of like desensitizing, you could say, a bit of like commitment and devotion in my relationship in the past, and like yeah, I did see it affect that. So that is why, you know what, also I'm going to still move it back down actually, just because I personally have like anecdotally have experienced it. Like it changed, like the relationship dynamic was just like that, but just like personally I don't want to have that dynamic again. And I'm not blaming it on corn, but I do feel like how like it did, like, you know what I'm trying to say, there's some, it played some role, you know, it played some role. It's hard for me to pinpoint like what, like how, what, obviously I don't know what it would have been like if corn wasn't a factor, but I do really think it played a role in ultimately like our downfall. And true, there are studies linked to corn induced erectile dysfunction. Okay, good to know. Yeah, so I guess that's something good to know. Yeah. So yeah, I don't like, I'm not somebody who views corn as like bad. Again, it's not about like the type really, but it's more of just what it kind of created. And again, it's hard for me to link what is the cause of certain things, but it's like, yeah. And Mr. T kept still understanding what the dynamic was, which she didn't like. Okay, I feel like I need to get more specific. I was just scared to dive into detail because again, I don't want to like, I want to be respectful, but just pretty much there was a level of like detachment where, like, for example, like my man right now and I were very much like he's pretty much said to me like, oh, like if you ever like, what's the less crude word than jerk off? Pretty much, if you ever jerk it to another guy, then we're over, you know? Like, you're just saying that kind of like as a joke, but just like also like establishing a boundary. And it's like, I like that thinking. Like, I like that he thinks like that, you know? Whereas in in past dynamics, it was like, oh, like, we're openly... Okay, Jordan is a better word for butts. Jordan. we're openly Jordan it to other people, and I was told that like, oh, like if a man ever tells you like he's not Jordan it to other girls, he's just lying. And just like that was kind of like the mindset that was set up. And I feel like that was because we both, you know, watch corn stuff, so obviously you're Jordan it to other people, and it's like just kind of that established, like that initial establishing of like we're not even gonna try to be like loyal in that way, like I call it mentally loyal. It's like because we didn't even try, I feel like it set us up for like just lacking kind of that commitment like from the beginning, you know, if that makes sense. So does that make sense, Mr. Tika? I would love to like explain more. But yeah, it's kind of just like it depends on the dynamic. Like it's also like realistic, you could call that past dynamic of like just being like, yeah, like obviously in a relationship, just because you're in a relationship doesn't mean you'll never be attracted to other people. But also I feel like just the fact that we didn't even ever try to, you know, be quote unquote mentally devoted. I don't know. I personally preferred this dynamic where it's like, yeah, like oh my gosh, we're getting so detailed now. It's like I'm not jorking it anymore at all, you know? I'm waiting for him, stuff like that, you know? And it's just like I like that dynamic more personally. But it depends on what dynamic you like. Like, for example, like can't say how much saw Gooner masturbation. Oh god, the amount of times this channel just reverts to Gooner talk. And I see A7Z in the chat. Hello. And who put gamer there? Okay, A7Z. I initially had gamer in the green area. But again, I got convinced that it depends on the situation. Because if you have somebody who... Mr. Tika did make a good point, though, that... You know what? I still want to move it down. It could be good. I'm sorry. If you're still here, I'm going to move it down. I think it's still here. Because I feel like, yeah, like, it could be bad, but also, like, yeah, for the most part, it could be good. And Get Safe, I'm saying never goon. I can get behind that message. And Cappy just saying honest, question mark? Wait, what was that in reference to, Cappy? And Miss Mason, pretty much furry is just content about animals with human-like features. That's all it is. The sexual stuff is like a subgenre. I did not know that, Mason. Mr. Tika, did you know that? Has your opinion changed after hearing that definition? And Tutor J jerked into another guy. Crazy phrasing. Yeah, that was just crazy sentences being said there. And Cappy, the communication of being honest with each other. Oh, right, yeah. Yeah, I do feel like, yeah, so again, I guess, like, maybe returning to the corn thing one more time. It's like, it's good that we were honest, like, honestly, obviously above everything, but I think it's also just more of, like, a character trait thing. Like, for example, like, I'm glad that, like, in my past relationship, the person was honest about who they were, you know, honest about who he was. Like, just honest about, like, yeah, like, I do this, and I'm not going to stop doing this. And in my opinion, it's impossible to not be this way. Like, I appreciate the honesty, and that is just, like, who he is, you know. But also this, like, I think it's my turn to be honest with myself and also be like, yeah, it bothered me. Like, it bothered me, you know. And I think I was just trying so hard constantly to, like, rationalize and be like, oh, like, yeah, it's just realistic, you know, it's fine, I'll do it too. But it's like, no, like, it's just, yeah, it's all about honesty of, like, just finding somebody compatible who has the same values. And yeah, it's that's, yeah, just finding people with similar values, it really just changes everything. Because, yeah, I think just coming to terms, being honest with, like, yeah, it did bother me, I think was an important realization for me to have. And A7 said, a pocket BFGF doesn't go out, no chance of cheating. What do you mean other than in green? Wait, what's a pocket what A7 said, what is a pocket BFGF? What's a pocket person? I needed to clarify. And Pickles also did a garbage plate. I mean, it wasn't leftovers, but still had to try it. Wait, I'm asking so many questions. What's a garbage plate? Is that in the Discord? And Mr. Tika, my opinion is holding. Nothing can be said, done, or demonstrated to sway my opinion. Fair enough, Mr. Tika. Fair enough. I respect that. A gamer term. Wait, pocket BFGF? Is it like a virtual one? And Gumi's bodyguard? It can also mean bodyguard, not a fed. But in this case, Gooner means something a little different. Somebody who is drunk in it. Might be the best way. A gamer terms are always next to you. Wait, so like somebody who, like, just like you're always with? Like, you guys have like your gaming setups next to each other or whatever? Like a pocket healer who only heals you. Wait, so like in League, like a support character? Oh no, Mason, yeah, you're all good. We did not, don't worry, Mason. Again, you never come off that way. I was just like, yeah, I'm really glad that you gave me the definitions, because I don't know enough about furries. I have not looked into this topic extensively enough yet. I am learning so much today, guys. I'm learning so much. It's great. All right. Let's continue on. Get safe home. You laughing just makes me laugh. I can't not laugh when you're laughing. Ooh, no motivation, dreams, or goals. Guys, I gotta be honest. I feel like for me, as somebody, it's probably a deal. Oh, it's hard to say though, because again, my mind has changed so much on stuff. Because I used to be like, as somebody very ambitious, it's cool to be with somebody who like is less ambitious, so then like I can be the kind of ambitious one, they can balance me out. But now, like, now that I'm with somebody of equal like ambition, if not more ambition, I'm realizing like being with an ambitious person doesn't mean they can't be there for you. Like I don't know why, but I thought like if I was with somebody equally as driven and like ambitious, that like they would show up less for me. But I've learned that like again, I'm sure a lot of you probably hate this saying. I also don't like it very much, but it does hold true to some extent of if they wanted to, they would. Like somebody could be super busy, so busy. I mean, me, for example, my schedule is usually filled, but it's like, still, if you matter to me, doesn't matter how many goals and dreams I have, I'm fitting you in my life. So I think now I'm realizing like it doesn't have to be one or the other. It could be like you can still be very motivated and still like have time for me, you know? It doesn't have to be one or the other. And Mr. Teacup, they're so stupid rich and they have no goals. That's the greenest flag ever. I'm the gold digging red flag. Hey, why? Maybe you're not a red flag, Mr. Teacup. Maybe you guys just work perfectly fine, you know? I'm gonna put it here. I don't think it's like, there's some nuance to it. I'll put it here. Or am I being too nice? And A7 said, I only think of hentai when I think of anime. Wait, I can't tell if you're being serious or sarcastic. And we're not ranking all of them, A7 said. At least I don't think so. I just found this online, like this tier list, and I'm like, I'm gonna do as many as I can. And Pickle's in a Discord. Okay, noted. Let me take a look. And Mason, you're gonna go watch what? I mean, in the eyes of A7Z, it's the same thing. Both. My goodness. All right. Let me look at the Discord. Let's see what Pickle sent. We got cauliflower soup, bacon 2 rashers. Wait, why is my window so zoomed in? Whoa. Why? Bro, okay. Whatever. I'll just read it out loud. Just trust. Cauliflower soup, bacon 2 rashers, Spanish onion, celery sticks, tablespoon of garlic, 50 grams butter, 1 head of cauliflower, 1 head broccoli, 1 liter chicken stock, 300 milliliters cream, grated cheese to serve, melt butter and add bacon, celery, onion, and garlic till cooked. Add cauliflower and broccoli and chicken stock. Then simmer until veggies are cooked. Cool. Add cream. Blend. Serve with grated cheese, bacon bits. That sounds so good. Wait, Mr. Pickles, that sounds so good. Wait, and thank you for teaching me that, because I'm like, I know we're just meeting, so I should tell you, I'm like the most like simple person ever when it comes to food. But like, this is something I could actually try to make. And I do love a good soup. This is so good. Oh my gosh. Maybe you're gonna be maybe I can stream myself trying to make this, Mr. Pickles. That sounds so good. Thank you for sharing. And wait, what is this? Whoa, that also looks really good. It was like ground beef, hamburger patties, wedges, some kind of seafood in there, and ketchup and mustard on top. That low-key sounds fire. That sounds fire. Seafood though, wow, that sounds fire. You're inspiring me, Mr. Pickles, or Pickles. Wait, it says, okay, I was like, did I just pull Mr. out of nowhere? But no, it says Pickles here. You're inspiring me. I hope you're hearing me. If not, I will type to you. But you're inspiring me. That sounds so good. All right, let's go back to our tier list here. This is so zoomed in. I don't know why it's like that. It is what it is. Let's see. Guess My Hero Academia and Cowboy Bebop are hentai now. And Mr. Tika, the amount of times I've watched anime for absolutely no reason. There's a fan service drop of feet and huge honkers. Oh, I love the word honkers. Honkers. Huge honkers. But yeah, no, I do feel that with anime though. Sometimes I'm just like, it just feels too sexual, you know, even if it's not like a sexual anime, just like, yeah, the fan service. Consented tentacle hentai. I can't say I've watched that before. Actually, maybe that's not true. It's not cemented in my memory at least. And Mason, I'm gonna make a nice cup of hot milk tea with garlic and fine herbs cheese on toast. For a second, I thought you meant you were adding garlic and herbs to your tea, and I'm like, what? But no, that sounds so good, amazing. Milk tea. I could use a cup of milk tea right now. And Tutor J, like how Alicia W is infatuated with food while Chad is just casually discussing hentai. We can do both at the same time. Hentai and soup. How does that sound, guys? And wait, what's Burson? Amazing. Brand, good to know. The fan service really annoys me. Yeah, same. I feel like I stopped watching animes that are like that. And Pickles, I mean, I hope you can make them or use those for ideas. Yeah, definitely giving me ideas at least. Just like being less scared to mix foods. Because I feel like I'm somebody who, like, let's say like there's like rice and meat. I'm the type of person that will eat all the meat first and then all the rice. I won't even mix those two together. So it's like, yeah, you're inspiring me to just like at least mix foods a little more. And Mr. Tika, even if you're being honest and vulnerable, you don't have to self-report, right? I feel like Mr. Tika, I low-key have like it's not even like me trying to do anything. I feel like my natural state is this, and I need to like tone it down, because like I'm just somebody, like, I don't know why, but when it comes to non-embarrassing things, like, I don't know, like singing, like I'm not like a great singer, but I'm not like a terrible singer, but I am so scared to sing in front of people. But it's like, it's not even that embarrassing. Like, most people don't expect you to be a great singer at karaoke or something, you know? But then when it comes to stuff like this, where it's like arguably a lot more embarrassing than just like singing mediocrely at a karaoke bar, it's like, I'm just for some reason like not at all scared to embarrass myself. I don't know. It's so strange. Amazing. Burson is a brand that makes these cheese with different flavors. Oh, wait, so they have garlic flavored cheese. I've never seen that. That sounds so good. And A7 said, I hate most animes because of the anime girls, because they act sexual and as kids at the same time. Right, yeah. No, there's definitely been some, like, some animes where I wanted to get into them, but then first episode, I'm like, okay, I see how it's gonna be. Or, like, just when female voices are way too sexual, where it sounds like they're just always moaning. That bothers me. That's a pet peeve of mine in anime. That's why I love Freerin so much. She has, like, the most, like, non-anime sounding voice for an anime. And Tutor J, that spicy food card's a good one. Ooh. Okay. For me, it literally doesn't matter if you like or don't like spicy food. Though, as somebody who's, like, got a very plain palate when it comes to food, I do kind of find it cool when somebody, you know what, I like this. I find, as somebody who cannot handle spicy food that much, I like somebody who can, you know? It's just cool for me to witness. I will admire you, you know? And the dislike spicy food does not matter to me. And Tutor J, don't forget, Hisoka from Hunter x Hunter. Man, we were staring at the butts of children. Really? When was that made? I feel like that would not be okay today. And Rattlesnake, hello, and Red Flex, but I'm colorblind, so everything's green to you. Perfect. Oh my gosh. Rattlesnake, how nice to see you. How are you? And whoa, A7 said, what makes Trump my type? Where did that come from? Where did that come from? And oh my gosh, Joe, it's so nice to see you. Joe, thank you so much for 4 months. I'm honored to have you, like, just here in my stream. My goodness, Joe, I appreciate it so much. Just you being here. I hope all has been well. I know since I, like, moved and changed time zones, it's just been, like, I've not been able to keep up with you very well, but it's so nice to see you. Just honored just to, like, just have you here and everything, Joe, truly. Thank you so, so much. If you're on the YouTube side, guys, Joe is just a good old streamer friend, my first streamer friend. Somebody who helped me out a lot in the beginning, and I'll shout Joe out on the Twitch side as well. Just somebody who just, yeah, I appreciate so much. So please go show some love on both ends, guys. But yeah, Joe, thank you so much. And Dio's here. Wait, hello, Dio is here. Wait, is it just coincidence that you and Joe kind of popped in at the same time? Hello, Dio. It's been a while. How are you? Hello. Hope all is well on your end as well. And Mr. Tika, my mouth likes spicy food, my butthole doesn't, therefore I don't like spicy food. Fair enough, fair enough. That is fair. That is fair. Incarnation, hello. I'm Chinese, red flags look like lucky packets. Valid. Valid. Incarnation, nice to see you again. And not a fed spicy food has health benefits. That is true. That is true. They have some health benefits. Very true. Very, very true. And Mason, yeah, for sure, Mason. Let me know when it's in there and when you want me to see it. And Rattlesnake, I spent the last 40 minutes being unable to chat because apparently I wasn't a verified user. And when I requested for a code, I never got in my email. So I restarted the app after 40 minutes. I could start chatting. Oh no. Right, Twitch has been like implementing a lot of that stuff, hasn't it? Right. I'm sure a lot of people are having problems. Sucks. And I was verified ages ago. I don't know why I spent so long trying to verify. Yeah, I feel like whenever they try to implement new things, just people who are actually already like fine just catch strays. I'm sorry to hear you were dealing with that, Rattle, but nice to be able to hear from you now. You're no longer muted. I'm happy to see. Okay, what's another interesting one that we can do here? They miss high school. I'm sorry. Okay, it's not like a deal breaker for me, but it's definitely like bad. Like, I don't know, as somebody like who just it's just, I just can't relate. I think that's why. Ooh, does Mr. Tika have thoughts? Mr. Tika's saying okay. That sounds like an okay. Deep breath and then gonna type something. Hot take. Peaking in high school is so crazy. Right, I feel like it's giving peaking in high school vibes, isn't it? Isn't it giving peaking in high school vibes? And let me look at what Mason said while I wait for if anybody has any hot takes for that.
My goal?
Wait, let me put on my headphones.
You also look at the way that she bends forward. It's so graceful.
Wait, I'm covering the streamer's face, aren't I? Wow.
Hey, hi, amazing. Val, stop purring. Keep playing. I was going to go and get Choco. Fine. We'll move along.
Wait, what? Let me restart that.
My goal?
Whoa! What's going on there?
She bends forward. My goal?
Whoa!
You also look at
I just noticed that pose!
It's so graceful.
What the fuck? That's so scary too. And whoa!
Hey, hi, amazing. Val, stop purring. Keep playing. I was going to go and get Choco.
Oh my god, what is going
on?
I know nothing about Silent Hill F, but what? Did somebody say
My
slappable?
goal? You also look at the way that she bends forward.
Slappable! Oh my gosh.
Hey, hi, amazing. Val, stop purring.
Wild. What is going on in Silent Hill F? I need to know. I need to know. Alicia was a PK in high school and would smash. I feel like A7Z, like, she's somebody who looks like she would, like, just come alive and then, like, rip your head off. And Silent Hill F is really messed up, like, in a good way. Cappy, you got me so curious. I low-key... Wait, guys. When I go visit my man in Portugal in a couple weeks, we should, like, play some... Wait, what if I finish Resident Evil 7 with him? Because I feel like on my own I can't. Because I'm too scared. But he can be emotional support. That'd be so fun. Mason, thank you for sharing that. My goodness. And... Ooh, Mason! Sounds good. Yeah, I'll try to remember Val's... I do know her, so I'll try to keep that in mind. Thank you, Mason. Yes, for sure. I don't think I've, like, actually, like, rated her. But yeah, I definitely have been in her streams before. And she's super cool. So a good suggestion, Mason, for sure. I don't know if I follow her, actually, which is strange. Because I have been in her streams. But no, Mason, good suggestion. Thank you, Mason, for introducing me to some great streamers like Adria and such. And Mr. Tika, we need to revisit the orders fast food option at a specialty restaurant. Mr. Tika, let's hear it. Because the people who are here when we decided on this, we all kind of agreed on, like, it's actually kind of like a good thing. But, Mr. Tika, I want to hear it. And Pickles, you should definitely finish within the game, I mean, in all ways. I'll wait for Mr. Tika to state his case. And no. Let's see. won't let you use your phone is strange. It's strange because I wonder why. But I don't want to jump to conclusions, so I'll put it here. But it makes me wonder why. And Cappy, heavy themes of female disempowerment, abuse, religious brainwashing. Oh, really? Religious brainwashing. But I'm guessing it's like a commentary on those things, right? You got me interested. Amazing, she's really awesome. If the streamer is Singaporean, just know I most likely met them through Asia. Oh, very cool. Okay, noted. Wait, you remember her name? Valzia. Noted. I should just drop her a follow. It's just like the whole tabs thing. I need to stop sharing my screen to do that. But noted. And it says that if I had $1 for each time. I'm so sorry. Wait. Oh, I think you were just saying the wood smash and worth it. I just kind of read it in my head. I didn't say it out loud. Oh my gosh, but I should say it out loud. Okay, for the record, so everybody can hear. A7Z, would smash, worth it, and head for a head. Wait, that was actually a solid comment. Why did I read that one out loud? Head for a head. I'm sorry, A7Z. I don't know why, but that happens a good deal where maybe it's like just like small jokes. I just sometimes like, if they're more, I just read them in my head, not out loud. And you make a lot of jokes, but no, thank you for pointing that out. I appreciate that. And Mr. Tika, what do you mean good thing? It's a horrible thing. How did it get turned into a good thing? Wait, what do you mean? Just like, imagine like you're at a restaurant and it's like, they have a good burger, you know. Why not take the burger? You know, what's wrong with taking the burger? I feel Cappy had some like good examples of like fancy restaurants making like good burgers, you know. And Pickles, can you put disrespect ammo that I will hunt him down and murder him? Honestly, Pickles, valid. Yeah, no, that is definitely a deal breaker. Where is it? No, it's above deal breaker. I agree with that. Picky eater is a W. Good taste. Interesting. A7 is that so far you're the only person I think who has had a positive take on picky eater, and I like that. I like different perspectives. Interesting. You view that that's true. Maybe they just have, or what if they're picky but it's like bad taste, you know? And ooh, I love you very early on. I'm gonna put as could be good. Personal anecdote could be good. In fact, I feel like obviously love bombing and stuff, obviously taking that into account, but I do feel like it could be good. It could very much be good. And Mason said Hill F was one half a game. It was messed up. It seems like it. Yeah, wait, Mason, what did what are you done, and what did you think? Like, what is your final review? I'm really curious on what you think. And what does that say? Strongly believes in zodiac signs. Ooh, strongly believes. I feel like I find it kind of cool when somebody does believe. But strongly, I'll put it in not the worst. And is a victim in every story they tell? I feel like it depends, because maybe they really are, but I feel like a lot of times they aren't. But there are people who really are, so I'll put it here. And Pickles, picky eater is not a me problem. I'm a cook. If they don't like it, not my problem. I still get to eat. That's a valid perspective, Pickles. Right, I feel like the way we were talking about it was like people were making a point where they were saying like, if they're a picky eater, and let's say they're picky as in like they are not willing to try new things, that could say a lot about their overall personality of like maybe just not willing to try new things in general. But Pickles, now that I've seen more of these red flags, I do think I would actually move it to not the worst thing. I think it's not that bad. And he said you never met a strong believer if you put it there. That is true. I don't know a single strong believer. I don't. What makes them bad? I'm curious. I've never met one. Amazing. So here's the thing about the game. The story is really complicated to interpret, at least for me. Interesting. Complicated to interpret. And Mr. Tika, is a specialty bad? Then I can understand if you go to a lasagna place, but the lasagna is kind of shit, but they make killer burgers. But if you're booking a slot for a specialty you've not tried in a new restaurant, how not get the fuck out, go McDonald's. And ooh, Mr. Tika, you're making a good point. Mr. Tika, okay, other people have also painted good pictures of like why it could be a good thing, but I am willing to move it down to I feel like to me I still don't care, but also like I'm not gonna be in a situation where I'm paying for the meal. Oh. Okay, Mr. Tika, I'll at least move it down one level for you, or move it up, I should say. I feel like it's also messing me up because like I view like down as worse, but then in this case worse is as you go up. But you know what I mean? I'll move it one level worse. And Mason, I would tell you my interpretation, but I'd be spoiling it. Oh, Mason, I'm so curious. But yeah, I do feel like I'm kind of intrigued. So maybe I'll save it. But I am curious. And A7 said a strong believer wouldn't go out for a date because they believe the time is not a good time for them to go out or bad things will happen. Oh, okay. You know, A7Z, now that you say that, I do know somebody like that. And there was one day, it was a family member, they were like, you're not allowed to go out. You're not allowed to leave the house today because the Zodiac said something. And yeah, it bothered me super. You know what, A7Z? You make a really, really good point. I'm gonna put in deal breaker. And random nerd, welcome back, and not swearing is a deal breaker. Okay, let me explain. I feel like as a swearer, like, okay, wait, no, it's not swearing. It says is against. That's a very big difference. If you personally don't swear, but like you're okay with me swearing, then it's like fine. But it's like if you're against swearing, that's very different. Where it's like if I say a swear word, you're like bothered by it. I feel like that's very different. And Mr. Tika can live with that. Okay, I'm glad we came to an agreement, and thank you for changing my perspective slightly. I appreciate that. And let me drink some more water. I'm getting thirsty. And Cappy, there's a steak place we went to. My friends GF get the prime rib sliders, a burger technically, not a steak, but good. Right, that does sound good. See, that sounds good. Cappy, you're painting a good image of this. I think that sounds just totally normal to me. And Cappy, there was some grotesque stuff, but watching a playthrough of it was fascinating. I noticed that every female streamer who plays it immediately gets a theme. Interesting. Yeah, I was gonna say, like, when Mason was saying that it was hard for him to interpret, it might be like just like resonating with different people type thing. You got me so curious about the theme now, because I don't know what the theme is at all. And Cappy, downside is that it's a Silent Hill game, so like to get the full story you need multiple playthroughs. Really? I didn't know that about Silent Hill games. And like Smokers W streamer, that's just hot AF bias. And I'm glad you understand though, Mr. Tika. I'm glad you understand. And yeah, I am definitely biased. It's definitely a finding it hot thing. And also, I don't mind a good smoke. And Pickles, I mean, picky eater, if you date a vegan or something, is also, well, you knew that first, but I did make a vegan lasagna for an XGF knowing that I was dealing with, and I wanted to do it for them. That's nice. So, like, I guess what I'm getting out of that, Pickles, is that as somebody who does cook, it's actually not that big of a deal. That's good to know, because, yeah, I've never been in that situation. So a lot of these, I'm like trying to like just put myself in those shoes, but hearing stories from people who've actually been there is helping a lot. And Disregarded Boy just says the theme. And Cappy, there's definitely notes of feminism as well. Share, I like that. I would hope so. If, like, when you said like it explores like abuse and stuff, I would hope it'd be like in a feministic perspective. And Random Nerd, invested in politics can be good or bad, right? Right, at first, okay, Random Nerd, this is one where I got convinced by chat, where at first I was like, I actually put it as bad, because I'm like, I personally, like, I don't like politics, right? But then, as we got talking, I realized, like, especially in today's age, it's like, there's certain things happening where it's like, if you just pretend it's not happening, that's kind of like that's not a good thing, you know? And I will say, like, so I used to be in this situation where I was with somebody where it was, differing political agreements. And I tried, and I thought I could make it work. But now I'm realizing that just doesn't work for me. But, so as a result, if I'm saying that this is an instant deal breaker, then we can make the assumption that if I'm with somebody and they're invested in politics, that means they're invested in politics that's like aligned with me. So to me, that's actually great. But it's kind of like, it's one of those situations where you got to look at these two and be like, okay, if we're saying this, then this is true. But if we're putting this somewhere else, then it would change that one. It's getting complicated here. And Mr. Tika, my friend's GF can eat chicken but won't eat chicken if there's bone involved. Okay, yeah, that would drive me nuts. Wait, that's so interesting. That is so interesting. Is it maybe like a self-conscious thing of like not wanting to eat like finger food? Because I can understand that. Like I will say, like if I'm on like a date, I would like a fancy date, then I would like shy away from like foods that are like more messy just because it's a fancy date. Oh wait, it's getting cold. I'm gonna turn up the heat real quick. It's getting cold. Oh, my hoodies are still drying because I did my laundry. And pickles. I normally cook for me and my brother, but she always cooked her own food because she was vegan, so I thought I would surprise her. Wait, that's so nice, Pickles! I love that. You guys seem to have it like well figured out. I love that. That's great. That's so great. Huh. Yeah, no, I'm glad you convinced me to move. I know you weren't even trying to convince me, but just by talking to you, it's definitely not the worst thing. Definitely not the worst thing. Okay, let's do a few more. It is nearly 3 a.m. I'm realizing. I should go to sleep soon. I'll do a few more and then we will have to call it. Likes going for drinks often. I love that. I love that as a drinker. I love that. And Tails. Hello, Tails. You got a clip for me. Tails. To greet you, I will watch the clip. Let's watch it. Let's see what this is. Dripping
hot
wet.
moist.
Oh.
Moist. Why would you use the word moist? Do you like your women moist? I don't know if that's the word I would use for that. I want them dripping. Sorry.
Dripping.
You know what? I deserve my hat to hang in shame after that comment. I accept it. I'll allow it. I'll allow it.
I like the accent. I like the hat. I like the sentiment. I like it all, Tails. How are you, Tails? And Strike Boy! I've missed you too. How are you, Strike Boy? It's been a long time. Hello, hello. Hope all is well. We're ranking some red flags. So Strike Boy, if you have any hot takes, I would like to hear it. And A7 said you love her already. Aw, new streamer for you to watch. Tails always introducing us to good people. All right. Ooh, how do we feel about this, guys? You can find their whole life on social media. I can't. I don't know how I feel about this at all. Red flag. Oh, Kathy, please explain, because I have no idea how to feel about it. You don't like social media? That's valid. That's valid. I do feel like. Okay. Ooh, Mr. Tika also red flag. Not deal breaker, but red. Wait, Mr. Tika, I want to hear your reason. And Strike Boy, I'm good just spending Thanksgiving at my cousin's. It's snowing. Oh, nice. Wait, are you in the States right now, Strike Boy? And Tails, context, was being asked by chat if Nympho likes them hot and moist, hence that comment. Noted. Somebody just asked if she likes them hot and moist. And Cappy, if you date, your life is part of your life. Oh, good point, good point. I didn't think of that. Good point, good point. Ooh. And Big Ruben, thank you for the follow. Welcome on in. Nice to meet you. Oh, good point. How would I feel about it? And A7 said, what the word? Wait, what are you talking about, A7 said? Oh, how would I feel about it? Because I will say, like, I've, like, never been posted on a guy's, like, main feed on Instagram, you know? I've never gotten to experience that. I've never got to experience, like, I have experienced, like, once being posted on a story. But, like, oh, what are you talking about now? Oh, A7 is that, you can find their whole life on social media. How do you feel about that? So I will say, like, just as somebody who has not experienced being posted, because I just, like, I do kind of want that, but also, like, their whole life, that's like going from one extreme to the other. And Mr. Tika, I would lose it if every experience of having with her would be documented somewhere for clout and I can't just enjoy. Okay, that's a good point. You know what? Yeah, I'm going to put it as what Cappy was saying. Bad but manageable. Because, yeah, like, everything you do, that's a good point. That's a good point. Yeah, I'll put it in bad but manageable. And I guess A7Z's on the same page. Okay, we'll put it there. Bad but manageable. And Pickles, at least they're posting you. It means they're letting other women know. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, just as somebody, like, who has not been posted, you know, it would be nice. But yeah, I do think that's, like, another end of, like, the extreme, you know. And Tails, it's not always the case. I know that PRC Chinese ladies will keep it hush hush until they know for a fact. Right, that is true. That is true. But yeah, no, I think Tails, we're talking specifically about people who do post everything. Wait, what is PRC, Tails? What does that mean, actually? They want to, be in your life, juicy. And Rattle, I got you, Rattle. Okay. So, we got lacks empathy. Now, that one's kind of like an inside joke, but also it's bad, but like, also, I don't know if you were there for when I got accused of lacking empathy once during a stream. But yeah, that's why we have that there. And then, dismissive of your feelings. I guess, like, do you want to just, like, look at them, or do you want me to actually read and explain? Maybe let me know when you're done reading, or if there's any you want me to explain. Maybe that could work. And when you want me to scroll down. And Tails note. Okay, thank you. And guess safe home. What's your favorite movie? I'm trying to win an argument about women and movies. Okay, I'm gonna tell you, and then you tell me the argument. My favorite movie is definitely Lord of the Rings: Two Towers. 100%. Will die by that opinion. And Strike Boy, I'm in the States with my cousins, aunties, between Waterloo and Iowa. Nice. Iowa. Sending the list to your BF to study. Oh my gosh, A7 said. I do feel like, as Mr. Tico was saying, a lot of the list was based around him showing me that there's so much better out there. So stuff that I used to put lower, like in the more manageable area, now I'm like committed to putting it in red flag because he showed me just how amazing of a man he can be, you know, just how amazing a person can actually be. I just have nothing but good things to say about him. And I'm that guy. Thank you for the follow. Welcome on in. And Tails, you don't understand. They wanted to get in between my legs. That's what I figured. But you know, they were coming on to you, Tails. Tails got that game. And guess safe home. You are the exception. LOTR Two Towers is in my top 3. In your top 3 LOTR movies for sure. Okay, that's saying a whole bunch of nothing there, Get Safe Home. In your top 3. I would hope it's in your top 3. It's kind of impossible for it to not be your top 3. What Get Safe Home? I'm gonna need you to explain yourself. And Rattle, okay, brief explanation for a recap towards stream ending. That's a good point. Okay. Lord of the Rings equals LOTR. I know, but there's only 3 movies. So of course it has to be in your top 3. What do you mean? Two Towers is in my top 3 for sure. In my top 3 LOTR movies for sure. Of course it is. Yes, for sure it is, because it has to be. Unless you're including The Hobbit in there. But that's not an LOTR movie. And I think Strike Boy is not working because he included the @ there. Or wait, no, yeah, why is it not working for Mason? Interesting. Why is it not working for Mason? That's some crazy shit happening. Huh? And wait, Pickles, I guess he hasn't met me yet. I can show him the world and cook from. Wait, who are you talking about, Pickles? My man? Wait, I feel like I should clarify more. And just for some reason, Mason, the hug command isn't working for you. Okay, I should clarify. My man has made me realize that, like, just, yeah, how amazing people can be. So as a result, like, I should clarify, like, none of these red flags are him. Like, my man, he is just amazing. He is just, like, yeah. Like, the only things that apply to him are I love you early on, which I love, and this. Just like all the pretty much the green stuff, the green and blue. And the only reason why it's and could be instead of blue is just because generally, like, I'm saying it generally can be good, but like in our case specifically, it was great. But yeah. And LOTR is the worst. A7 said, no way you mean that. No way. Amazing, you just have to mean it when you use a command. You have to genuinely. So you're accusing Tails and Strike Boy of not genuinely wanting to hug you. And Piggles, I was joking, meaning him. I see about being more attracted to you and was just a joke. Okay, noted, Piggles, noted. Just wanted to clarify just in case. I wasn't sure if I was being unclear and that people were thinking that, like, I mean, like, the red flags are, like, him or something. Because, no, he is not. He is not, any of these. In fact, yeah. Like, he's the reason why a lot of these are here, because he made me realize that it is possible to find humans who are not any of these things. I still like the furries on here. A7 said, I'm the lord of the frenzy flame and I love chaos. Hey, I can respect that. Chaos is a ladder. All right, Rattle. If you wanted to run down, I guess it is nearing sleep time for me, so I should do the rundown now. So we talked about how dismissive of feelings is just like, yeah, that's just bad. Like, that's, nothing feels worse than being like lonely and dismissed in a relationship. And Rattle's 9 p.m. for you. You know what? Oh, yeah, you're Eastern time zone. I'm like, that's not far from me, but I keep forgetting your Eastern time zone. Take your time, no rush. Okay, I'm getting sleepy, so I'm not gonna rush, but I'm definitely gonna wrap this up. So, I think, like, realistically, I'm, like, okay, jokes aside now, I'm gonna put, like, I think we concluded on dismissive of feelings being the worst one. And A7 at 6 a.m. Oh my goodness. I'm guessing you haven't slept yet. An angry doppelbanger. Hello. Stream is going well. How are you? We made it through quite a few red flags, so there's so many left. But at least we made it through a good, decent deal. You're coming in right as I explain our tier list today that we've come up with. And get safe home. Being sleepy is a huge red flag. What about drinking hot toddies? What about that? Get safe home. All right, so we're saying dismissive feelings is like the worst. And Mr. Tico, is pineapple like a safe word? An angry doppelbanger at work waiting for this last hour so I can go home. Oh my gosh, angry doppelbanger. I hope that hour passes very quickly for you, and I hope you enjoy your time back at home. And A7 said, I'm neither a night owl or an early bird. Yeah, same. I feel like I'm like in between, so it's kind of neutral. So I guess that explains that. And yeah, like I don't know. I don't care about spicy food. And orders a fast food option at specialty restaurants. I know Mr. Tika has some opinions on that. Personally, I don't care. Wait, can you guys even see what I'm pointing at? Oh, you can't. Okay, let me just start from top to bottom. And Tails, you know how conservative society expects guys to go and ask women out? I'm having one that's basically an inverse of that. I don't go after women because I already have a lot of drama going in the opposite direction. Tails, what's that saying? Your lobster's too buttery and your steak's too juicy or something? Yeah, but jokes aside though, I'm sorry to hear his drama. I hope everything ends up okay. And get safe home. The answer to the argument was Shutter Island. I don't even know what that means. I've never heard of that movie. What genre is it? All right. And Piggles, I don't think I have any of those instant ones. As in, like, you're not a red flag. That's a good thing. I feel like these are pretty extreme, except like chewing loudly and stuff. Okay. Oh, Rattle. Okay, Rattle. I told people I wouldn't play this video again, but I have no frame of reference for chewing loudly, so I had to pull up a video to like see how I felt about it. So to explain why that one ended up there, most of chat was very annoyed by this video, so that's why chewing loudly ended up an instant deal breaker. And A7Z is all the red flags. You're a furry? A7Z, I did not know about that about you. You're a furry. And A7Z, I mean quite the opposite. I stay beyond the night and wake up late of the day. I see. So you were just I don't even know what that is. I feel like that falls into night owl. Is that Wingstop? That is Wingstop. That is Wingstop. All right. Oops, wrong tab. Okay. And Guess Safe Home. So Leo DiCaprio movie. I don't want to give any spoilers. Look up the trailer. You would actually like it. Okay, good to know that I would like it. Shutter Island. Was that you eating? I wish, Mason. I wish. I've never had Wingstop, guys. All right, so I feel like a lot of these rattle, if you're still there, are just like very extreme. Like other than different political alignments, like I've had personal experience and like, yeah, I just personally would not do that again. I think a lot of these are just really common red flags though. Is against swearing. I put that here because I'm like, it's one thing to like not swear, but another thing is like being like just like judging other people for swearing, you know. I guess Safe Home never having Wingstop is a huge green flag. I'm glad I'm a green flag. And A7 said I do have some red flags, TBH. And you know what? We all do, you know. We all do. So it depends on which ones. There's definitely ones that are worse than others, but we all do. An angry doppelganger. I'm guessing, what language is that? Is that Portuguese? I wish I could read that. I don't know any Portuguese still. I mean, fair enough. I'm sure a lot of us have some on here. I have some on here. Spanish. Spanish. Maybe by this time next year I'll know some Spanish if my plans on moving to Spain next year work out. And wait, the video's not still playing, right? Okay, good. Because I saw Mr. Tika talking about, please God, stop the video. And Lewis, thank you for still being here. My gosh, Lewis, I appreciate you hanging out so much. I hope this is entertaining to you. Hope you're enjoying. And Guess Safe Home. Wingstop is a 43-year-old man who wears their hat backwards and unironically drives a Honda Ridgeline. That is so specific. Get Safe Home. I love that. An angry doppelbanger. I was asking, where's the Portuguese? You're Portuguese. Oh, he's in Portugal right now, and I'm in London right now. But we have plans to. Well, I'm spending Christmas with him, so I'll see him in 2 weeks. I'm so excited to see him. I miss him so much. And rattle. I mean, I swear unnecessarily, and sometimes I feel like I could stop myself. That's fair. I do sometimes feel like I have gone through phases of swearing a little too much too. But still, I feel like that's very different from being against swearing and stuff. And it does not ever dress up for a date. I personally put that here just because I'm somebody who I do put in effort for my looks and stuff, and just yeah, I personally cannot with people who wear athleisure every day. Just personally. Would totally understand if you have different takes on that. And then I got convinced by chat to put furry here. And then strongly believe in Zodiac also got convinced by chat, where it's like if somebody's like, oh, you cannot go out to work today because of the Zodiac, you know, it's like, yeah, I can't deal with that. And respect for that. Wait, respect for which one, Kathy? And angry doppelbanger. My dad was a sailor, 20 years in the Navy, so I got swearing from him. Ooh, you swear like a sailor then. I personally, as somebody who swears a good deal, I feel like at least off stream, I can get with that. And I would wear what's a thob? A7Z. I'm learning all these new terms. And Lewis, thank you. I worked out today, Lewis. I have not been like working out as much, though my muscles are still intact, I think. But yeah, no, I worked out today, so I'm feeling pretty good. Lewis, that means the world to me, truly. I feel stronger, for sure. I mean, just moving abroad and everything, it's really, really like helped me so much. So I appreciate you being here for the journey, Lewis, truly. And Cappy, I've been experimenting with dressing nicer even when I'm just at home, but some days I just want to lounge around in shorts and a loose t-shirt. That's fair. Hey, definitely like when I'm on my period or something, I definitely dress a lot more chill. But yeah, I feel like though, like it's like situation, you know, it's like again, it's like for dates, like never dress up for a date, that's kind of extreme, but it's like on a day-to-day it's different. And you want know it 100%, just don't know the name. A thob. I'm trying to think of what that could be. And Tails, I really have enigmatic characteristics, like you're very like, is it very animated? Is that what that means? Lewis, aim for the stars to keep going? For sure, Lewis. Oh, for sure. Oh my gosh, Lewis, one of the biggest, like, upsides of, like, moving abroad has been like my dreams have been restored. Like I feel like I kind of like not gave up on dreams. I was definitely like trying too hard to be realistic, and I feel like I need to be a little less realistic, and moving abroad I've just been so inspired. So yeah, definitely aiming for the stars and beyond now, Lewis. And Pickles, if you cook anything I inspired you to make, I hope to see it. Yeah, for sure. If I ever cook, definitely putting it in the Discord. I should put the more of my daily meals in the Discord just to horrify some people. All right, now moving on to bad but manageable. We put yeah, just like stuff like where it's like it's not that bad, but it's like it's still bad, you know. And ooh, I feel like this one I had to explain a lot because I was talking about oh, it's a long explanation, but Rattle, I'll explain. Pretty much like the whole watching porn thing. Like in my past, like in the past, I full transparency like watch a lot more porn, and like I was in a relationship where like we were very open about that, and I think like deep down it bothered me because I didn't like how, I don't know, we just had the mentality of like it's totally fine to like be attracted to other people and all that. I didn't like that. So now I kind of like link watching porn kind of with that whole idea. So, and I just saw Mr. Tika telling Pickles about the dog food thing. That is not a joke, Pickles. That is not a joke. But I'll expand on the dog food. Wait, guys, is that a red flag? Having eaten dog food, is that a red flag? I just realized I've never told my man that story. I need to tell him. She also dabbles in grass, true. 100% furry. Whoa, does that make me a furry? Oh no. And Lewis, getting your first tattoo? Wait, Lewis, no way. Please, if you want to share more, please do, because oh my gosh, I admire that so much. Because I've always wanted a tattoo, but I have not gotten one yet. Lewis, that's so exciting. Please keep me updated. Can you tell us about like what it is? Entails enigma person or thing that's mysterious, puzzling, or difficult. Noted. I did not know that word. Thank you, Tails. I'm learning so much today. And horrified, how bad is your cooking? It's not bad. It's just like I eat very simple foods. You'll see, Pickles. I'll share some photos. You'll see. Just very, very simple. Like every day. A shoulder tattoo of a cross. I love it, Lewis. Oh my gosh. I love that. Please let me know about the process because I still really want a tattoo. Did you say that you are exciting? I don't think I said that. No, Tails, you probably misheard. Did I say that? I don't think so. I didn't say anything about exciting, I think. And sell out? What do you mean by sell out, A7Z? Sell out for what? And you have... Pickles, you've had wet dog food in a drink. Hey, Mr. Tika, you can't judge me anymore. I found my people. This is a safe place for people who eat dog food, as I've said before. And, let's see. Rattlesnake. I think I explained the main one, the whole watching corn one, which might be strange to some. And then peaking in high school, you know. I think you were there for the social media conversation. And then these to me are just kind of like whatever. Like, it's not the worst. It's also not the greatest. Like, I would prefer if you had hobbies outside of TV, video games, and computer, but that can be, you know, worked on. Not the worst thing. Or maybe I'll put this in bad but manageable, actually. I would prefer you to have a little more hobbies. It's just something, a little more. Give me a little more. And Lewis, you have a good night. Lewis, I will talk to you soon. And I appreciate you so much, as always. And the tattoo, that is so exciting. Please keep me updated. So exciting. And I should head off to bed soon as well. But, Lewis, take care. Take care. Take care. And back someone. Oh my gosh, A7Z, I did not mean to, okay? I promise. I promise. But welcome back. Hopefully you can forgive me. Depends on the situation. Right, living with parents depends on situation. I think we got questioned on this a good deal, but it's like it depends on, like, let's say, like, it's good if it's like, oh, you're saving, like, you know, you're a student or something and you're saving money and like, but you're working towards something and you're living with your parents and you respect your parents. But it can be bad if like you're living with your parents and you take that for granted and you're just using that as an excuse to like work, but then like spend all your money on the most random like shit, you know? So that's why it's there. And then does not have a single close friend. Ooh, I feel like it's just like, it's like, I'll put it here actually, and I will say this is more a red flag that I feel like I kind of have. I'm not good at having close friends. Like I just don't get close to people easily, except unless it's like my significant other. So that's kind of my red flag there. And this is how people see ads on Twitch on hotels. I'm scared. Let me click on that. Also, I'm starting to like, my voice is fading on me. My voice is getting weak. Oh wait, I was already sharing my screen. Wow.
Some of the dumb shit
I
read, bro. Look at this guy.
I was gonna say, is that League? And that is indeed League. Wait.
Some of the dumb shit I read, bro. Look at this guy. Ads! So many ads! Oh my god, why so many ads? I got 14 ads! What the
14
fuck?
is
30
crazy.
seconds? What is going on? I can't see! Ads! 14 fucking ads! How is this allowed? 14 ads, 30 seconds each! What is going on? What is Poggers? I can't see! I have 11 more ads to go! What is Tyler 1 doing? Mods, please remove ads! This is hostage! He tries to fucking the bot, the Bozo bot, whatever the fuck it's called. Remove ads for me, please! I am leaving stream.
Oh my gosh, 14 is crazy though. I hope none of you have ever received 14 ads on my stream. Tails, thank you for sharing that. Should we listen to this again? Just kidding. I won't do that to you guys. And unlimited mute, YouTube ads getting egregious too. Really noted. Yeah, I don't have like, I just set it all to default so you guys know. I just set it all to defaults. And Rattle, some peeps just fall out of their high school friendship people and never click with people again. Yeah, Rattle, I feel like that was kind of me. Like I just fell out with some of my close friendships from school and just, yeah, haven't really been able to get close with people again. I guess safe home. Honestly, I could use a hot Tommy right now. And fair enough, Cappy. I probably had that full volume too, didn't I? That was my bad. That's my bad. And ooh, A7Z. Let me Google Thob. Okay, give me a second. Let me Google it. I will do the Googling. Thob. I don't actually know if I've seen this A7Z. Is this the right thing? I don't actually know if I've seen this. Because I don't know, like, is this like a religious garment? Like, I guess, or is it just a cultural? Maybe I've seen it? Like, I'm talking like in real life. Huh. I mean, I wouldn't call it a red flag. It's just an article of clothing. I know if you've ever seen. I don't know, because like I don't know if it's like a specific, because I've seen like clothing like that, but I don't know if I've seen specifically that. If that makes sense. I don't know. Anyway, window. I need where's my tier list? Why is it blank screening? Is this my cue to end stream? Why is it blank? What? What is going on? Why can't it share my window anymore? Oh my gosh. Oh, there we go. Okay, we're all good now. We're all good. We're back. For a second, it just wouldn't let me share my window. Even OBS is getting tired of me. All right. Hopefully this looks decent still. Okay. There we go. Pickles, if you play that video again, I think you and your BF will stop talking to you. Oh my god. Honestly, valid. Amazing, that was a valid crash out from the chatter though, unless I'm missing something. Oh yeah, no, it's kind of valid, isn't it? 14 ads is crazy. It is crazy. No. And amazing. Okay, so it is like a Muslim garment. Okay, noted. Then I've probably seen it in real life then. I obviously don't want to like assume like, because I'm sure there's like other garments that look like that but aren't specifically that one. But yeah. No. Good to know. I learned something new today. And Gulf. Wait, is Gulf like the name of... Oh, more famous in the Gulf. I see. Noted. And Pickles put swears a lot in lower tier so I can pretend I have a chance. Wait, swears a lot? Wait, is there swears a lot here? Because hey, we were talking about how swearing a lot is more of a good thing than a bad thing, I feel like, for me at least. As somebody who swears, I just feel more comfortable around people who also swear, so I don't feel like I'm being a bad person. And wait, I need to add this to deal breaker. Say, like, just people who are, wait, where did it go? Oh, people who are, like, very, like, just, they don't care about anything. I don't like that. Third row left, 6, 1, 2, 3. Oh, you know, I'll put could be good. And Snoopy! Oh my gosh! Hope life has been good. Hope you've been enjoying that PoE or PoE2 if you've been playing. This tier list has more mechanics than PoE. Oh my gosh. Even this tier list, I struggle to figure out sometimes. So me and PoE, I don't know if I stand a chance, but I do miss PoE2 a lot. But my gosh, Snoopy, hope life has been good. Let me shout you out. Guys, speaking of PoE, you probably already know Snoopy, but if not, and you're interested, please go show some love there. Hello, hello. Hope all is well, truly hope all is well. And amazing, it's Arab clothing, you could call it thob or jalabaya. Every country has a different style. Oh, that's cool. The one I have a Sudanese style. Wait, that's so cool. Very, very cool. I'm learning so much today on a stream from you guys. That's so awesome. And A7 said, I'm a walking red flag for Alicia Dowie. A walking red flag. So you are a furry who chews loudly and is passive aggressive. All right. Okay, we're moving down now to just like, yeah, the neutral ones. Could be good, excessively compliments. I feel like I just put could be good because it could be nice, but also like, you know, it could be like maybe they have alternative motives, we don't know, so it could be good. Then doesn't have the same music taste whatsoever. I feel like as long as like both people are open-minded, it could be good. Never been in a relationship, I feel like that could be good. Like yeah, I'm pretty sure like my man, I'm his first girlfriend and he's just absolutely lovely. Like I've really learned that like I never like I've learned that like somebody having a lot of relationship experience definitely does not mean that they're good at relationships, and somebody never being in one definitely does not mean that they're bad. Like yeah, no, my man has never been in one before me and like officially, and like he's just a dream. And I love you very early on. I'm guilty of this. I said I love you to him super early on when I was really drunk. And he said I love you to me like within like a couple months, so, and I'm really happy with it. So it could be good. Obviously it could be love bombing as well, but I feel like it could be good. It does not have a degree or not working towards one. I think it could be good as well. Personally, I've not actually dated people who are in uni. As somebody who is studying, I've not dated anybody who is, and I like that. It's cool to see people pursuing dreams outside of that. And gamer could be good as long as it doesn't, you know, take over your life. Swears a lot could be good as a swearer. I feel like I feel more comfortable around people who also swear. And then smokes, personal bias. I find it hot, you know. And that's just me. And invested in politics. We were talking about how like, okay, assuming your politics actually align, it's cool to be invested, especially today. You know, there's a lot of stuff like, not just cool, but I feel like it's quite important to not turn a blind eye to things. He goes to the gym. I like this, you know, or yeah, I can't think of why it could be bad. It's good to stay healthy. Like spicy food. I'm not that into spicy food, but not an issue. And likes going for drinks often. I like that. I love going out. And Snoop, a gamer who makes money gaming. That's very cool. Very, very cool. Very, very cool. I feel like as a Twitch streamer, I feel like it should almost be taken as like, it should almost be assumed that I do find it very, 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 very cool. Very cool stuff to be able to turn passion into like, or turn hobby into like a career. Or turn a passion, into a career. And A7 said, I view her as my little sis. Don't get me wrong. Wait, what is going on here? Either way, guys. You guys can probably hear my voice, like, giving up on me. It is 3:30 a.m. I remember when I checked the clock and it was just 3 a.m. My goodness. But yeah, we are done. We did our best to get through as many of those as possible. That was so fun, guys. Thank you guys for just being here and participating in this. I had an absolute blast. I've wanted to do this for a while, and that was very, very fun. And are you going to sleep? I should be, Tails. It is. I don't have that command. Damn it. But it is 3:30 a.m. for me. My goodness. And if anyone fucks around and you need backup, I'll be back. Oh, you guys are so kind. I appreciate you guys having my back. You guys are so kind. And yeah, I need to get some sleep, Mason. I slept at 5 a.m. yesterday. And I need to get some sleep. My goodness. End stream command is crazy. All right. Let's see if how do you say her name? Vauzia is on? She's still on right now. She is perfect. We will raid into her as for Mason's suggestion. And yeah, guys, I'll be back most likely tomorrow. I'm gonna go sleep now. Everybody take care. And Cappy, you take care. Amazing. A7Z, Tails, all of you guys, thank you for being here. Snoobay, thank you for popping in. Piggles, it was a pleasure meeting and chatting with you. If you're still here, Rattle, Mr. Tika. Wait, Mr. Tika, I missed a message. TSA seems to always randomly think it's a bit of a red flag. I don't know even what that was in reference to, but TSA reference is hilarious. And all right, everybody, take care, and I will talk to you guys very, very soon. Goodbye.